And we are ready. Hello. In the spooky affectation traditionally associated with our world famous Alien Isolation streams. Hello, how are you doing? Cute shirt. Thanks. Uh, whew. All right, we're getting right back into it. No singing. I can't sing every time. Did I change my camera? No, I just turned the lights off. What's with the low lighting, though? We're going to be playing a horror game today. And it is only appropriate to play those horror games while you are sitting in a room with the lights off. How y'all doing? I got a whole other shirt. This is actually from last Christmas. No, there are not 3,000 people watching. The site just hasn't updated with the viewer count. Don't worry about it. Folks, before we get into it, there's something very personal that I'd like to share with you. Don't mind the red, that's just the glare from my computer screen. There's something very personal I'd like to share with you, okay? Are you ready for it? Now, I'm going to take all of you on a journey. Okay. Whew. Hi, Sam, welcome. There is one specific type of underwear that I have always been a fan of. Hanes, extra large, of course, big guy, boxer brief underwear, single stripe. That is the underwear that I have always worn. Only boxer briefs. If you wear boxers, you're a degenerate. If you wear briefs, you're a degenerate. Boxer briefs are the correct type of underwear to wear. That's not my opinion, that's just true. The rest that follows is my opinion. That specific type of underwear, I've always loved it. Because once you settle on a comfortable pair of underwear, like you've done it. Like, unless you want like a couple of, extra special pairs of underwear, for the most part, once you find something you like, you just go to Target and you just get like the 5-pack of that brand, and then you just live with it. The issue is, one day I realized, as I went to the store and got some new underwear, that it just didn't feel the same. It just didn't feel the same. The Hanes extra large single stripe boxer briefs, they just weren't hitting it the same way they used to. And I didn't like them very much, so I didn't really wear them that much, and I would just wear the old boxer briefs. And right now, at this day, and I'm not afraid to say this, I own some pairs of boxer briefs that are pretty old. Well washed, well taken care of, but pretty old. There are some holes. I couldn't wear them outside, but they are, they're not great. But I keep wearing them because, it's the only thing that feels comfortable. I've tried the new underwear. But then, a few days ago, I thought, things can't keep going on like this. I can't spend the rest of my life wearing these increasingly ragged underpants. I can't spend the rest of my life doing this. And then I remembered, I'm rich now. Thanks, guys. Thank you very much for making me rich. I have a lot of money now. I don't need to just go buy some Fruit of the Loom boxer brief shit. I can actually get one of those micromodal, high quality, customized underwears that wealthy people wear that I've heard. And I remembered this company that was shilled for by the McElroy brothers very often, called Me Undies. And I looked on their website, and they had underwear. It was like $20, $22, $25 for a single pair. And I ordered it because I thought, like, whatever. Like, if I don't like them, then I'll just burn them in the giant kiln that I have in the center of my living room, where I put the things I don't want anymore. I put them in there. And, I keep them to threaten Artemy in case he may one day displease me. But They arrived yesterday. And of course, you wash them first. You wash underwear. And I'm wearing them now. And they are the most comfortable items of clothing I have ever worn in my entire life. They are so goddamn comfortable. It is insane. It feels like I'm wearing, it's not just like wearing nothing, because when I'm wearing nothing, my big meaty thighs scrape against my dick, you know. But this has like the bulge zone, like it has like a little pocket for the dick, so the dick can be in the pocket and not rub against my legs. The legs aren't rubbing against each other. It is better than being naked. It is insane. So the reason I'm going into all this right now is, and I'm saying this, if you have a little bit of extra money and you're wondering how much better the underwear can get out there, okay? Try out that MeUndies shit, okay? That's what I'm saying. If you got a little extra, you're curious, you know, you're thinking like, oh, well, how much better could it really be? You know, how much better could it really be? The answer is, it could be so much better. That's my answer. I got the here. I can show like through the leg. See, look, I have like this Jackson Pollock like 1960s ass, like, you know, smorgasbord of color. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's very comfortable. Very, very comfortable. It looks better than your shorts. Yeah, because my shorts are crap, but the underwear is fantastic. All right, let's get to it, baby. Let's play some video game. Yeah, I'm gonna get more shit from there. Tonight. I'll order 10 more of their underwear. I don't care. Yeah, Xander Hall. I did spend 15 minutes telling everyone how good my balls feel right now. Be honest, how much they pay you? I don't take sponsorships, baby. If I think a product's good, I'll tell you guys. I don't need to be paid. When I say I don't need to be paid, I mean I don't need to be paid by the company. You guys still have to... What? So, speaking of the money that I use to buy underwear, I don't know if that was a typo, but, you know, I'm gonna... Thanks for the... That right there is 30 pairs of underwear, my friend. That's, keep my balls comfortably nestled for pretty much until the end of time. Snake Oiler Man, first of all, and I'll preempt this because this has happened before. If that was a typo, please email me and I'll refund you immediately. But second of all, if that was not a typo, thank you so goddamn much for the $666, the largest donation I have ever received, singularly outside of the Black Lives Matter fundraiser, which was, of course, another issue entirely. Thank you so goddamn much. I really appreciate that, Snake Oiler salesman, Snake Oilerman, Snake Oil Man. I hope your donation is not snake oil, but if it is, that's okay. Thank you so much, comrade. I genuinely don't even know what to say. I can't, if I perfectly proportion the donation amount to the amount that I respond to the donation, then I feel like I might be talking to you for another 5 minutes. Which wouldn't be fair to the other viewers, but I love you. Thank you so much. Jesus Christ. More underwear to peruse. You know what? To celebrate that incredible generosity, before we actually get to the game proper, to celebrate that incredible generosity, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you guys the incredible MeUndies shop. Are you ready for it? Take a look, friends. Take a look. Okay? Let me make sure this doesn't like say like, would you like to send this to your previously listed address? And then it shows it up there. Okay, I think we're good. Oh man, you fucking loonies. You all fucking wildin'. Snake Oiler Man, seriously, thank you. I really appreciate that, comrade. Okay, check it out, my friends. First of all, we're only looking at the men's section because I don't give a fuck about other people. Look at this sleek site design, okay? For me, we go to the classic boxer brief. There's really no reason to focus on any other section. And then we get the sleek design right here. You got all the sizes, but if you want to go wacky with your colors, you can go wacky with your colors, my friend. Look, do you like cherries? Look at this fucking dad in a Hawaiian vacation looking ass fucking underwear. Here are some elephants. Look at this. It's just all trans colors, kind of. There's no white. You'd have to spill toothpaste on them first, and then it'd be trans colors. We got soy sauce and sushi. God, that's cute. That's so fucking cute. How fucking cute is that? How goddamn cute is that shit? Now, mind you, at the higher sizes, some of the colors do get cut down on. It's sad, I know. Some of the colors do get cut down on. If you're, the smaller you go, the more availability there is. So if you're up here at 4XL, for example, they still got some cute stuff. They just don't have as much cute stuff, okay? But hey, that's just fair warning. Also, go one size above your actual size, okay? I had to do double XL, even though I always do XL. Do the women's section? I mean, I can, I guess. It's the same basic thing. Here's the hipster cut. Whew! Too hot for TV, except that's totally fine. Look at that. Wacky giraffes. All right, that's enough. That's enough. I'm done. Unironic. Is it even shilling if I'm not making money? Opinions are divided. Yeah, let's get it started. Let's get it started hot. Let's get it started here. Let's get it started hot. Let's get it started here. Let's get it started hot. Let's get it started here. Let's get it started hot. Let's get it started in here. Lose control. Lose control. Everybody, get inside. Get inside. Get inside. Let's get... I'm getting a tortoiseshell kitten next week. Any advice? Yes, actually. Tortoiseshell kittens, or tortoiseshell cats, hate other cats. It used to be, let's get retarded in here. Is that true? Wait, is that the original lyrics? Wait, are those the original lyrics? Oh, I didn't know that. That makes the song so much better. Let's get it started. Ha! Let's get retarded. That makes it so much better. It's bad. It's not funny. It's ableism. It's ableism. Don't. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not good. It's not funny. It's like... Wait, is the R slur in music the same way as the N word in rap, where you can rap it if you're black and you can sing it if you have autism? Is that how it works? There was a guy who DJ'd for a special education prom and accidentally played the original version of that song. Oh, that's sad though. That's the real ableism. Oh, that sucks though. I mean, it's really funny, but it does suck. That's not good. I haven't played Soma, but it's been spoiled for me. Wait, torties hate other cats? Wait, Hyena, can you confirm? Didn't you say tortoiseshells, they don't get along with other cats, right? Isn't that the meme? What's wrong with a white person saying the N-word in a rap song written by a black person? Are you ready for the hottest take of this century? Chat's not ready, but I'll share it with them anyway. There is nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong with saying it in a rap song. There's nothing wrong. The only reason we don't is because of the public shame. But there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong whatsoever. We only refrain from doing so because people get sensitive about it. Yeah, Hyenas says tortoiseshell cats tend to be very territorial and are best in single cat households. Make sure to do your research. So that is what you're being told. Look at this fucking Malding poll. Oh, I saw this. This was so funny. God damn, can we JPEG this any harder? Holy fucking shit. My fiance went to protest. She said she was visiting family, but her social media says she went to Orlando to protest. Oh, God. Holy shit. Imagine having a girlfriend being like, I'm just gonna go to grandma's, and then you see pictures of her hanging out with a bunch of fucking ripped BLM protesters in Orlando or something. How do you keep being positive if we're losing? And we will lose. How did women become so blue-pilled in so little time? Anyone feel insane rage as they walk down the streets? What are the political ramifications of thousands of anons with nothing to lose? They've got nothing to lose. The demographics percentage of white people in America has ticked from 62 to 61%. Nothing demoralizes me more than seeing gorgeous white women side with the left. Are you ready for my sexist take of the day? It'll just be the one, okay? There we go. There we go. We're back. We're back. What? What? Wait. Am I walking on ice? Wait, what is that? Wait, the whole game. I could... Did it... I've had some... Oh. I have never had that happen to a game before. Okay, are we back? Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, okay. Here. Well, I mean, as long as I'm playing, let me just decrease my webcam size a little bit here. Woo! There we go. Okay, that was very strange, but you know, that's how it runs sometimes. Why did I remove the worker co-op section of the doc? Because it was bad data. It didn't hold to the standards of the rest of the document. The rest of the document is all peer-reviewed research. The worker co-op stuff had YouTube videos in it. Oh, nice, Sandra Hall. I mean, yeah, the purest drama mongerers wouldn't be interested. Okay, so what are we doing again? Investigate the central reactor. Okay. What happened to the sexism? Oh, here's my sexist take, okay? Listen, the validity of women's participation in events shouldn't really be based on their appearances, like, obviously, but people on the left are way the fuck hotter than people on the right. Everyone props up, like, the right are hot because you have, like, 4 hot, skinny, white, blonde women who all work for Fox News. But that's the thing. All the hot people on the right have already been roped into Fox. Like, that's like the 5, maybe like 6 or 7 of them, and they all look the same. If you go see your average conservative, it's like when you see like the Proud Boys or like the far right groups. They're all like disgusting, like bloated, like they don't take care of themselves at all. And that's the majority of like conservatives, you know? Like if you look at like the average conservative woman probably is just kind of like a unattractive, like greasy dipshit, you know? I mean, the average anybody is probably not going to be like super hot or anything like that, but it's really cringy to me. It's so cringy to me because these conservatives will be like, usually they're Nazis. They'll say, our women are so much hotter. And what they do is they mix up white women and conservative women. So they'll post like 2 or 3 Fox News hosts, and then they'll post like girls cosplaying as Vikings, who, because they're at cosplay conventions, are probably left-leaning. I've seen this happen so many times online. They'll post like some chick like, remember what we're fighting for. And then the chick will post on Twitter like, apparently these greasy incels are jerking off over me. I voted for Bernie, so fuck off. I've seen, I swear to God, I've seen that happen like a half dozen times. I wish I could find like, I don't think there's a way to find data on that, but it's, I know for a fucking fact that happens a lot. They're either slack-jawed, incel, chinny, greasy, weasel rat fuckers, or fat, also greasy, balding old men who hit on fat girls, then call them fat for saying no. True! Very fucking true. The two conservatives, the 42-year-old fat man with a gigantic fucking beard who thinks that he's the, you know, Western civilization's last bastion of defense against the cuck-servatives and the immigrants, and the like 17-year-old chinless like 102-pound soaking wet like zoomer fascist who thinks that if only we had a fascist state he would be like a fucking, you know, like high commander, like military tribunal leader or some shit like this. Okay, we gotta focus now, baby. Ever notice how so many left protests have well-built black men there? Hell yeah. Oh shit. What?
At the top of the reactor core, Ricardo.
Is it fucking snowing?
Nothing. Got some androids, core control systems, business as usual. I'm gonna have to explore the lower level.
Should be an elevator down somewhere.
We're in a space station. We're in space. Yeah. They look up and they see a face like mine. It's condensation falling down. That's so cool. That is so fucking cool. Hey, whoa, hey. Hey. Oh, you just... Oh, you can't go up! No! Stop! There is no need for this. Can I go up? You're kidding me. Good thing you're slow. He's very polite. Oh boy. No! Stop! Oh, I have guns again! Hey! If this is where they get used, this is where they get used. They get me again, I'm dead. No! Damn. That's okay, we know what to do now. I forgot that I had guns going into that. I don't like these dudes. It's hard to hear what they're saying in the, with all the rain and what have you. Are your positions on worker co-op still the same? Oh yeah, 100%. I'm going to reamp that section. But in the meantime, I want to make sure the data that I have in my document is clean. That is the difference between my research documents and the research documents that a bunch of other people have put together. They'll just like loosely collect a bunch of articles and YouTube videos and studies and sort of like a scattershot approach. But as for concrete data, you know, it kind of varies. It's hard to tell what of their data is super reliable. That's what I want my document to be, bulletproof. Like, for example, all the data that I'm looking at with racial disparities in this country are only looking at data that accounts for stuff like crime rate and violent past and all that nonsense.
Got some androids, core control systems, business as usual.
Because while other data that doesn't account for those things can be very useful and is useful sociologically for the purpose of arguing with Nazis or whatever, it's not really relevant because they can just say, oh, well, black people commit more crimes, so, you know. Data man. How do you collect your data? I'll be going over that soon. I mean, that's just Tristan the Bar. That's just conspiracy right there. If they don't like the data that's being posted. Are there other research documents you like or not? Mine is the second best that I know of. There is one that I know of that is better than mine, and I'll be talking about it. What do you do when you're sad? I stream. I like you guys. There we go. Clean them out. Lovers in life and in death. How many people in chat would consider themselves new? Oh, hold on. The game's a little bit loud, I think. I'll turn it down a smidge. How many people in chat would consider themselves new? Don't say no. Guys, you fucking idiots. Don't say no if the answer is no. I hate you guys. I take it all back. Well, happy to have you, Moonspren. Man, it is dark in here. Ooh. Hoo-wee. I'm Mr. Poopy Butthole. Everyone's favorite character. That they didn't put in Season 4. Thank Christ. Anything else up here? Do I have to run back to this place? Boy, it's cool in here. How does my autism affect me? You'll have to ask my girlfriend. Yeah, Comrade Yamada, I agree. University is a fun place to be. Best Rick and Morty season? Season 2. Nah, maybe just Season 1. I don't like Rick and Morty that much anymore. Do you genuinely dislike debating philosophy, or did you just not want to do it that day? Debating philosophy can be fine and all, but it does get tiring arguing with a bunch of, like, intellectually masturbatory dipshits who are only interested in running me through their logic course that they've devised in their head. When I talk about philosophical issues, I'm more interested in the practical application of certain ideas and concepts, you know? So for people to come in here and hit me with some, like, yeah, hyper-meta inverse circular shit. Now, I'm not saying that knowledge is bad. It's not at all. It's useful and valuable, but, like, come on. I have a responsibility to entertain my audience. That is ultimately my job. And, oh.
Oh no. God, no.
Oh boy. I think we're back in it. I think we found our, dance partner. How did they get back in? We jettisoned the fucking lab they were in. Oh, give me that. Welcome back. Oh boy. Not yet.
Ricardo, they're all here. Everyone that's missing. Everyone. They're trapped in some kind of nest. There are eggs. It's like a farm.
There must be another one.
Just get out of there, now!
A regular xenomorph wouldn't make all of this. This has to be a queen. This can't be the one we were fighting.
The platform from the conduit.
Yeah, this is not the one we were fighting before. Oh boy. Get that save. I'm pretty sure only a queen can make these nests. Oh shit, we have 700 flamethrower ammo. I'll check though, no? Sure. What's your opinion on egoism? I think it's fine and dandy. That's your preferred. Chomsky is live? Oh, Noam Chomsky is live? Hold on. Chomsky. Chomsky. Hold on.
Who are considered
Oh, with Michael
respectable in
Brooks.
the mainstream, so it's a problem. But we should be quite aware of what's going on. But yes, it's the wrong thing to do, and we should try to stop it.
And thank you. And really just underlying that delineation that just because it's happening in the private sector does not mean that it's not an enormous threat. Particularly to the left, obviously. One of the many pieces of activism that I've appreciated immensely that you've been involved with, was advocating for President Lula when he was a political prisoner. You visited him when he was in prison in Curitiba. I had the honor of going and interviewing him with the journalist from Brazil Wire, who's reporting on exposing the truth of that case.
Well, I'll definitely be rewatching that, the VOD of it, at least. And we'll see how that goes. Man, what's one of the things that's led to me having the greatest possible amount of respect for Chomsky? It's that he seems to love what he does, That dude is 100 years old, and he is still every day out there responding to emails, doing interviews, this is his life. It isn't in service of something else. He didn't make it big and then... He didn't make it big. Oh, shit. Hey, whoa, 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 whoa. We're in that stage of the game, huh? Alright. Yeah, anyway, if I were him, I love what I do, but if I were him at his age, I would just be relaxing. I would just be chilling somewhere in a tropical climate. I do not think that I would be responding to all these emails and what have you. Hey, hey, hey. Wait, what? Oh. Wow, that's just an insta-kill, isn't it? That fits with the... That fits with the theme. Yeah, I think a flamethrower might be a better response to those enemies. Aim status equals shit? No, 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 no. With that one, I hit it. It just didn't kill it for some reason. That second shot I fired at that one was 100% a hit. Would I be interested in talking to Prison Nation? Can I be honest with you guys? I am so swamped right now. It is so fucking stressful. It is unbelievable. Every single day I get fucking 80 goddamn emails. Like, hey, have this info. Hey, read this book. Hey, talk to this person. Hey, can I come on? It's so goddamn exhausting. Hire an assistant? Well, it's still a fuck ton of requests, and also I think there should be a way to get in contact with me directly. You're a big boy now? Yeah. What hurts the most is that, sometimes I'll get... What hurts the most is, when small channels and small podcasts message me. You know what I mean? So somebody will be like, hey, I'm part of the blank YouTube channel, and I thought we could have a really fun discussion on something. And then I look at their channel, and they have 562 subscribers or something. That doesn't mean that their content is bad. In fact, often their content looks pretty good. It's just I just have a finite amount of time, It's just unfortunate. I wish that everyone who messages me could understand that I have nothing but the greatest respect for the work they do, and I have nothing morally against them messaging me. It's just, I am just limited. I am finite. Will I talk to King Crocoduck? Yeah, didn't I promise I would do that a while ago? Apparently he's been talking shit. What? Okay. I will pay better attention. Not everyone can get 2K subs a day. It's not a moral judgment. I'm not morally judging people. I'm not condemning people for being smaller than me, God damn it. How did I not see it? Listen, I have to look at chat too, okay? But I'll pay more attention this time. I heard it too, I just didn't know if that was what I was hearing. Yeah, Zan. Have you thought about doing something like Thought Slime's an eyeball zone thing? I just don't really want to that much, to be perfectly honest. Oh, hello. Oh, this guy's got ammo on him. Oh, wait. I've been missing out on loot. The eyeball zone is a really good idea. I don't like collaborations. I like getting on stream, doing what I do, and then getting off stream. I don't like this, like, perpetual sense of moral obligation to everyone else, you know? Come on. That is such a good flame effect. Learn to like collaboration? I never will. I don't. It just stresses me out. Maybe a splash of shit. Do you think Biden will win? Yep. Biden is crushing it in the polls right now. Crushing it. Hey, wait, hold on. There's another duder here. Oh, well. This is the place I last died. I love you too, Darsh. Source? Do you guys want me to really quickly go and look at the aggregate voting data? Which one is the good one again? Does anyone remember? It's not 538, it's the other one. What's the preferable one? RCP, right? Wait, is it RCP or 538 that's better? I always forget. .538 is better? Okay, then let's look at 538. Here we go. Latest polls, national election, general polls. Here we go, baby. Let's bring it out and show the stream. So, here we go. So this is, so these are the polls for the president general election. And as you can see, there is a pretty distinct trend over here on the right side for a particular candidate. This one in particular was done by Schism Strategies. Mississippi voters. This place is small enough that it doesn't even have a legitimacy rating by the site. Anyway, it's pretty overwhelming. Like, it's pretty overwhelming. For the presidency right here. Biden +4, +2, +14, +13, +13. These are all state polls, by the way. General poll right here has Biden at +8. Presidential approval. Can we just sort by national? No, wait, that's presidential approval. President general election. Isn't this Hillary Clinton again? No. The Hillary Clinton thing wasn't that the polls were wrong. That's not what happened. Can we Oh, here we go. This was it. Okay, here we go. This is just for the general election, okay? This is general election, the whole country. Look at this. Biden +9, +12, +10, +14, +9, +9, +11, +9, +13, +11, +11, +8, and +8. It's insane. This is so much larger of a gap. The polls were off with Hillary. No, the polls weren't off with Hillary. Pollsters right before the election generally had it about 80-20 in favor of Hillary, and that declined downwards in favor of Trump in the last couple of weeks. This is a huge lead to start with. A huge, huge lead. Like, this is Unbelievable lead. But we can take a look at state polling right now. Here, state. Let's take a look. One more time. Which states are swing states? Let's take a look at that. Hey, it's that conservative from earlier. You up for a convo about the riots in America, society in general right now? What do you think, guys? 20, 30-minute conversation to kick off the video game stream, and then we'll go back to it? Yeah, go for it. Az02, get yourself on Discord, buddy. Let's have ourselves a quick conversation. Get into the Stream Collins channel, which I can only hope is open right now, and I'll pull you in, okay? No, I get the TikTok high pass thing, that guy, I think, for the most part. Yeah, get in the Collins channel, and I'll pull you in shortly. I'm sure you can figure it out. Anyway, Colorado, Florida, Iowa. Let's take a look at every single state that is listed right here as a swing state or a perennial swing state. Are you ready for it? Let's take a look, okay? Now, remember, for presidential elections, the national poll is all fine and good, but we already know which states are going to go to Biden. California, New York, Maine, like these states are going to go to Biden, okay? The real kicker are the swing states. Which way do those ones go? So let's find out. First of all, let's take a look at Colorado and Florida. Colorado, we have the most recent poll done in May 18th, Biden plus 13, a massive lead. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. For Florida, added today, Florida. We have 2 polls at plus 11 Biden and plus 10 Biden. 2 polls from Florida. So those are the first 2, but maybe it gets worse. Iowa, Michigan, and Minnesota. Let's take a look, huh? Iowa looks like it's even, or if not even, very slightly leaning to Trump. We got Trump plus 1, we got an even, we got Trump plus 1 plus Trump plus 2. Now, older polls show this majorly in favor of Trump. So something happened in between March and now to bring Trump down from a 12-point lead to a near even lead. Interesting that. Then we've got Michigan and Minnesota. That's Mississippi. Biden plus 13 plus 13 plus 16 plus 15 plus 12. I think we know where this one's going to be going, at least generally indicated. And Minnesota, my goodness, this is an old poll from 2019. For 2020, Biden leads at plus 5, but that's from May 24th. Doesn't look like much polling has been done there. Nevada and New Hampshire. Nevada, again, old poll, Biden plus 4. Might even go further towards Biden because that's where the national polling has been going. New Hampshire and North Carolina. In February 27th, it looks like Trump actually had a decent lead in this area, but it looks like now, at least from April 29th in this one poll, Biden has a plus 8 lead. That's pretty goddamn wild. North Carolina. Looks a little closer. Most recent polls seem to show even. Biden slight lead here, Trump slight lead here, even here, even here. That one might be a little bit more of a throw. Ohio, Pennsylvania, Virginia. Ohio's a big one. And it looks about even, or at least most recently only a slight lead. We've got Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Wisconsin. Pennsylvania seems to be leaning in favor of Trump. Virginia heavily in favor of Biden. Wisconsin looks to be leaning pretty heavily in favor of Biden as well. But we'll take a look at Texas and Georgia too. Texas is a swing state this election. Texas is a swing state this election. Now, if that doesn't tell you something, take a look at Georgia as well. Georgia looks like it's also leaning pretty center. June 11th has Trump plus 4. Today has Biden plus 2. Now, what can we take from this? Well, at least from what we're looking at right now, it's going to be a landslide victory for Biden. People are uniting against Trump. Trump's behavior with regards to the COVID-19 crisis and Black Lives Matter seem to be massively decreasing his general level of approval. So, that's that. Things can change, of course. There's still plenty of time till November, but for right now, that is a very solid lead. And I'm optimistic. What about the upcoming debates? You know, Biden's performance against Sanders was not bad. Can we recognize that? In the debate that they just had between the two of them, Biden actually did a decent job. Now, obviously, I'm a Bernie fan, but Biden, I think, held himself together pretty decently in that conversation. I think he'll be just fine. He lied the whole time? I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying he did a fine job up there. And keep in mind, Trump will be an infinitely easier person to deal with than somebody like Bernie Sanders. He can't speak correctly, though. Can Trump? I'm confident. All right, I'm ready. Who is the, who's that person? What's their name? M-A-W-A? They have a name. What is it? Why do I suddenly have so many viewers? You guys like polling data that much? Okay. What's their name? Collins is closed? God damn it. Hold on. Why do you guys keep Collins closed? Mods? I'll ban all of you. Edit channel. Permissions. Everyone. Yes, you can connect. There. It's supposed to be open? All right, well, there you go. All right, what's your name? Stream Collins. Get in there. I love you. I'm coolin'. Look at Georgia? Didn't we look at Georgia? I'm pretty sure we looked at Georgia. Seriously, does anyone remember the name of that conservative? Their name in the in stream? Does anyone remember? This verification is giving me trouble. Oh, okay. What's your name in Discord as O2? It's meant to be, we have raid mode on. New arrivals. Let's see. It's that one? Yeah, it is. Incontinentia buttocks. What a wonderful name. There you go. There. Verification no longer required. You're in. Go join the Stream Collins channel. I have absolved you. There we go. All right. I swear Destiny doesn't have this much trouble. Hello there, Incontinentia buttocks, if that is your real name. Hello?
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 You can hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh. Okay, you doing good?
I'm doing great. I'm always doing great, friend. I love my job. How you doing?
Good. Except America is dying. That's concerning.
Except America's what?
Dying.
How's America dying?
Well, I mean, simply put, I mean, it's so divided now. It's concerning.
I mean, we had a civil war 150 years ago, and America only got stronger after that.
Well, I don't want to have another civil war, but
yeah, let's hope.
like,
let's hope this time the Confederate types just roll over and die before we have to fight them. I mean, that'd be the best way to prevent another conflict. You have
hey, how can I hear you?
You have
I
pushed.
have this
Wait,
stream on,
you
but
have,
how can I hear you without the?
huh? Wait, can you repeat what you said?
I have the stream on, but I can't hear you. The Discord when I turn the volume on this all the way down.
So you can't hear me over the Discord? You can only hear me over the stream?
Well, I can hear you over the Discord, but oh wait, let me just close that. Say something.
Hello?
All right, problem solved.
Yeah. Are you using push to talk right now? Huh?
No, I am not using push to.
Okay, you might want to use push to talk. Right now, there's a lot of clipping coming at the beginning and the ends of your statements.
Okay. User set. Uh, how do I turn that on?
If you click down on the gear wheel called User Settings and then click on Voice and Video on the left side, you can select Push to Talk. Or if you want to, you
Oh.
can just keep it on voice activity and lower your input sensitivity all the way to the left, in which case you'll basically just have an open mic, whatever you prefer.
Oh, all right.
Okay, you sound significantly better now. All right, let's continue.
You want to open with something? That way I have something to argue against here.
No, I mean, you probably know my positions, right? I don't know yours, so you can just challenge me in whatever way you like.
Yeah. Well, what do you think of the statues?
Which statues?
Down, Thomas Jefferson. God, a lot of them.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm sure they're very nicely made statues. If people want to tear them down, I think there are good reasons for them to do so.
Well, I really find it quite abhorrent that they're tearing down those statues. They represent some of the greatest men in the history of our country. And,
Well, greatest in what sense? Because they're being torn down on account of being slave owners, so I don't know if that makes them the greatest
Thomas
men, really.
Jefferson,
Influential men, maybe.
Yeah. Person, he authored the Constitution. He's probably one of the smartest men to live in America.
I don't
all
know if
time.
that's capable of being substantiated. So are we specifically talking about the Jefferson statue? Because most of the statues that are being torn down are like hasty 1950s, 1960s, like civil rights response Confederate statues, which I think those should be torn down. But if we're talking Jefferson, I guess we can have a more like nuanced debate, you know?
Yeah.
All right. So
I
you're
like
you're
that.
okay with like the Confederate statues being taken down?
No.
Okay,
See,
let's talk
I'm
about those
okay
first
if you
then.
petition the government to take down the statue because you have a right to do that.
Mhm.
I don't think the statue should be torn down by force.
Oh, I mean, isn't that kind of fitting in the revolutionary spirit? Those Confederates are traitors to the United States. They declared war on our country. I mean, it kind of makes sense that it would be like through the anger and the popular will that they would be torn down too, right?
Well, I feel like like tearing down like our history. I feel like
We're not tearing down our history. We're tearing down statues. The history is still there. How does one tear down history?
symbolic.
Oh, yeah, but the symbols, yeah, they're bad symbols, though. They're Confederates. They were racists and slavers and terrorists. I don't know. I mean, sure, yeah. Destroy the. If they're symbolic of something, then I think it's a symbol worth attacking.
Calling them racist. I mean, like they lived in a time that's obviously not now. Our society was very different. Yeah, I think you have to look through it through that lens.
There were a lot of racist people back then. Most racist people don't secede from the Union and fight and die so they can continue to own black people. That's like a special extra type of racism. Like, Karl Marx was probably a little racist, but I mean, he still wanted the slaves free, you know? Like, there are different gradients, and I feel like they were about as bad as you get.
Well, yeah, definitely makes sense, but I think the point is that this type of violence, and well, it's a crime, really. It's vandalism and it's public property.
Well, we're not arguing over whether it's a
And that-
crime. We're arguing over whether or not it's, like, moral. I wouldn't argue it's violence,
Moral.
though.
Yeah. Well, morality is public property. So they're saying, well, I don't like this public property.
Yeah.
So it has to be torn down. Although, like, the other half of the nation, sorry, I have like these retainers. I hate them.
Oh, that's fine. No, I get it. Yeah, my brother had. I know. It's
But like the nation might appreciate that statue So I don't think it's moral in the sense that you know what I mean?
Sure, but I don't really care like who appreciates it or for what reason. Those Confederate statues aren't just like neutral testaments to American history. They were made by people celebrating the legacy of slavers. And as their public property, I think that it is deferred to the will of the public whether or not they're interested in keeping those up. If they want to go ahead and yoink that shit down, I mean, I can't really blame them for doing so. No history is being erased. The history is still right there in the books. Nobody learns their history from like a statue, you know?
Clearly the will of the public. It's the will of like 200 people, you know, texting each other in a group chat like, "Hey, you want to go vandalize some public property?" So I
Yeah.
mean, they can petition the government to do that. They have a right to do that.
Well, okay, but again, we're talking about morals here, not about legality. I mean, what is legal doesn't necessarily mean like what is moral. There are things that are illegal that are moral, and things that are legal that are immoral. I mean, like, what's the argument for keeping the statues up exactly? If they're celebrating the legacy of slavers,
The slavers had legacy beyond slavery, although the slavery is definitely like a very like black point
well,
on that legacy
why
or
else were
stain.
there statues put up?
Like before the war, Robert E. Lee was one of the greatest generals in American history.
N- n-
You know,
they didn't put statues of. Wait, did Robert E. Lee even fight before the Civil? Wait,
he was commissioned based on his. I mean, I'm not any historian.
he did? Okay. So do you think they put his statue up because of his general like legacy, or do you think they did it because he was a Confederate general?
I mean, they have other generals up there too, like from Union generals.
Yeah,
So I
but
think
we don't care about the
you know,
Union. I mean, the
probably
Union generals
represents
are
a
fine,
point in American history.
but it's fine to have Union general statues up because Union generals were fighting to end slavery and to reunite the country, whereas Confederate generals were fighting to secede for their right to own slaves. So it just, I don't know, doesn't seem. Yeah, but before the Civil War, he was a superintendent of the military academy at West Point. He was second in command of the 2nd Cavalry Regiment. Yeah, he didn't become a general until the Civil War, I don't think.
Mission based on his reputation. I think he would have been famous no matter what.
Well, not no.
But
When you hear Robert E. Lee, you think of the Civil War. Like we can't speculate. Like, oh, if
yeah,
it weren't for the Civil War, like he still would have been a famous general. So when they erect a statue, they're doing it to his hypothetical, philosophically guaranteed success, and not to the specific timeline where he fought to defend slavery.
yeah. Saying I feel like, but
Yeah, just like why? I mean, just why keep these, right? Like a lot of these statues were specifically built like to terrify people during the civil rights movement. I mean, they weren't like done to celebrate history or to commemorate like battles. They were just done to like scare black people. Just I don't know. It seems like a pretty bad meme. Just can't really
if you're
fault
gonna
people.
say that, well, that was like 50 years ago. I don't think a statue is very imposing to black people today who have equal rights.
Really? If you're black and you live in the South and every time you go downtown you see a statue of a man who was commemorated for the specific purpose of terrifying your father as he marched to protect his rights, that doesn't feel like a bit of an implicit attack against you?
Like I said, that was 50 years ago, and there are like the emancipation, the famous emancipation statue is has it been removed yet, or is it just
I mean,
being petitioned?
if they made a statue of Adolf Hitler, like in the town square of like a historically Jewish ghetto somewhere in Warsaw, and then like in the 1990s, people are like, "Dude, it was 50 years ago. Like, it's just a statue. Don't tear down history." Like, I don't know. See, I mean, there's a pretty specific reason it was put up, you know?
Also, you know, you have statues of Karl Marx in Seattle,
Yeah, base.
and yeah, but those were put up for a reason because Seattle is obviously a very blue city.
Wait, do you think like voting Democrat means you like Karl Marx?
A correlation.
Mm, don't we? Wait, do we have Marx or do we have Lenin? Wait, Lenin statue, Seattle. Yeah, we have a Lenin statue, I think. Year 1988. Let's see the history. This was completed and put on display in the Czechoslovak Socialist Republic, but in 1993 it was brought by an American who found it lying in a scrapyard. He brought it home to Washington State, but died before he could carry out his plans for displaying the Soviet-era memento. Since 1995, the statue has been held in trust waiting for a buyer, standing on temporary display for the last 25 years. Oh, so it's
There's
not
a Marx statue in London.
Oh yeah, well, sure. Marx wrote in London, but what's wrong with those statues?
Statues, in my opinion, at all. Like, there's nothing wrong with a statue of Robert E. Lee. I mean, they're statues, and
Well, but
they represent
my
the works
argument
of art.
my argument is what they represent and the reasons why they were made. So a statue of Marx isn't like a monument to hatred against a certain group of people. But a statue of Robert E. Lee or some of the other Confederate generals kind of is. As for the Lenin one, it looks like right now it's being held. It's held on private property. So like it's not even public property. It's just something that's held like in a visible place on private property.
Yeah, it's forgetting whether or not the Marx statue is in Seattle or London. My bad. But
Oh yeah, also yeah, the Marx statue in London is his grave. That's true. Yeah, so that's not even like really a statue. Like that's just his gravestone. You could, I mean, if you want, you can have a Robert E. Lee head like bust on his grave. Like I'm fine with that. Huh?
Don't they have Confederate soldiers buried in what do you call it, Arlington? Or yeah.
Yeah, sure. I don't think Arlington really. Wait, would they? Because Confederate soldiers were traitors. They seceded. There probably are some Confederate soldiers in Arlington, but whether or not they are or aren't, that's not the same thing as celebrating like the concept of like owning black people.
Robert E. Lee.
Yeah. Well, Robert E. Lee was like the premier general of the Confederacy. So.
Yeah. Let me think for a sec.
Yeah, it says they have Confederate graveyards. I mean, I'm fine with that. A lot of the Confederate soldiers were probably just dipshits who happened to live in the same states that declared secession because they wanted to keep their slaves. The individual soldiers, I'm sure, deserve the respect and honors that were provided to any Union soldier. But to commemorate like their leadership, Robert E. Lee didn't even want statues of himself. So yeah, it's just kind of weird all around. I don't know.
Yeah. Like whether or not, I mean, it's a work of art and it's public property, I think it represents more than Robert E. Lee. It represents the man who sculpted it. Like, what's the statue in New York that Andrew Cuomo said represented like the Italian American legacy in America?
But like I said, a lot of these conservative statues, the Confederacy statues, were literally just made like 50 years ago to terrify black people. Like, I don't really care. If you want, they can be taken down and then their like remains can be put in a museum. That would actually be like a really good piece somewhere in the Smithsonian. It would be like all the Confederate memorials that were torn down, and then they recover the bits and they put it together into sort of like a Frankenstein collage, and then you could go there and go like, damn, these guys fucking suck, and then you can like pee on them. It'd be like a interactive
well, yeah, but
display.
I mean, at this point, there is no point because they just have like ACAB all over them,
Oh well, I'm sure that adds to the art, yeah. Because then you take it off and you have the ACAB on them, and then you have the P on them too, and it just kind of adds, I think, a certain ambiance. I think it would be good. I'm not. I mean, I sound jovial right now. I do think that'd make for a good museum exhibit.
I don't think tearing them down just like is justified, and in the same way that like burning down that Wendy's wasn't justified.
Well, those are two super different things. The Wendy's was taken down in riots. The statues are literally memorials to racism.
to people, not to like the idea of racism.
Yeah,
I mean,
they were
racist,
literally
but-
erected to scare civil rights protesters. They are monuments to racism. That's specifically what they are. And the people who they are monuments to as well were racists who are celebrated because of their participation in a racist secession so they could defend like the ownership of slaves. There's no way to deracialize this. It's pretty much
So,
inimicably
in
tied.
Charlottesville, Virginia,
Mhm.
is that the one that was turned down? I think.
Mhm.
That was built in 1924.
Yeah.
So that wasn't during the civil rights movement per se.
Yeah, sure.
And
I
it
mean,
was,
wait, who was the person being commemorated?
It's Robert E. Lee Monument in
Oh,
Charlottesville.
But
Is
didn't
that the
they
one tore down?
petition? Well, in Charlottesville, they petitioned for it. It wasn't torn down by like an angry mob. They petitioned for it, and then the
What's
Nazis
the Robert
came
E.
there.
Lee statue that's torn down?
I don't know. There are probably
was
like a
that
lot of
one?
them.
Let's see, which one got torn? Statue torn down.
Yeah, this Robert E. Lee monument was voted in favor of its removal, along with a statue of Stonewall Jackson back in 2017, following the petition that was filed by a high school student at Charlottesville High. Pretty okay to me. I mean, that's the way you want it taken down, right? They did it all legal like. Then the Nazis got mad, but you know,
I don't necessarily agree with tearing them down because they're especially in like Charlottesville.
Wait, but you just said to petition, but it was petitioned. The city government removed it. It was done by the state.
Because I agree with the like method of how they did it, doesn't mean I agree with what they did.
Interesting. So this whole time when you said, "Oh, I just wish it was done democratically. It's public property. I wish they had gone through the right channels," you were lying to me. You don't actually care about the method. You just want the Confederate statues to stay up.
I mean, they're statues. I mean, they don't hold any sentimental value to me.
Then why? Wait, if the democratic will of the people
I
in
want
that
them
town,
to stay up.
Well, wait. Then if they don't hold any meaning to you, why do you want them to stay up?
I mean, they're central to American history. I think they hold meaning to a lot of American people.
No, they're not. Yeah, they do hold meaning to a lot of American people. They hold a lot of meaning to black folk. That's for fucking sure. They're not our history. Our history is in books and textbooks. You don't get your history from looking at a statue. And that statue of Lee is going to look just as good in a museum as it will, up there in the middle of a town square. There are plenty of statues of Lee. It's not like we're like lacking for it. We're not going to forget what he looks like, Like we're not on the cusp of forgetting his, legacy.
What do you think of Christopher Columbus statue being torn down?
Oh, fuck Christopher Columbus. That dude is the worst. That dude's probably worse than any Confederate general or leader. You know that he was actually despised in his time too. He was reprimanded for being a genocidal dipshit, even like in his time. It wasn't like
genocidal. It's more like accidentally.
No.
I mean, not like Christopher Columbus had the scientific knowledge. Like, oh crap, I got measles in me.
No. I'm not talking about the disease. I'm talking about him enslaving and genociding Native Americans with guns and swords and stuff. Unless he didn't know how those worked. I'm not blaming him for the disease thing. Like he actually did like a genocide, like a real one. It's pretty cringe.
But Christopher Columbus definitely technically Leif Erikson, but Christopher Columbus is obviously the more storied person. But I think he represents definitely or actually Amerigo Vespucci discovered America.
Yeah, just sure. He was also like genocidal. If people don't want to keep statues of him up, that's cool. Again, we're not going to forget who sailed the ocean blue. What's the thing? In 1632? I don't know. 1492. Yeah. Columbus sailed the ocean blue, yeah. Yeah. But he was, I don't know, seems like historical circumstance kind of put him in a position of prominence that he doesn't really deserve. He wasn't especially notable or reputable in his time either. There were other people who had discovered, I mean, nobody discovered the Americas. There were already natives there, but there were other white people who had discovered it before, and there
Yeah,
were white
but
people who
it's
came
not like
after. So
the natives had like, say, like per se, like a civilization. I mean, they were like,
wait, what? You realize they had tens of millions
I
of
mean, they
people on
were
the continent,
tribes,
right?
and they fought over that land viciously.
No,
So I don't
no,
think
they
they're
didn't. Have you ever looked up the governmental structure of the tribal councils back before we like fucked everything up? They actually had like complex civilizations and cities with hundreds of thousands of people, and there were tens of millions of them across the continent. Now,
well, if you're talking
admittedly,
about like,
disease wiped a lot of that out, and that wasn't Columbus's fault. I don't blame him for that. Now, the smallpox banquets, when we started doing it on purpose, that got pretty bad towards the end. I think that we can be blamed for after we discovered germ theory. Yeah, true. Yeah, the Spanish compared the Aztec civilization to Rome. Like, I remember when the what was it?
civilization definitely
Huh?
had a few rough points, but
Yeah, well, the
they were
Aztec
definitely
civilization was super developed. Like it was really, really impressive. Like when the conquistadors came, they thought they had discovered, you know, that whole like city of gold shit. Like they arrived and they were like, holy fuck.
like the Aztecs were. I mean, they were tearing hearts, like
Wait,
beating
what?
hearts out of
What do you
like,
think the Europeans were doing back in the 1400s?
well, mostly dying of animal-borne diseases.
And
I mean,
slaughtering the fuck out of each other, raping each other nonstop, the Crusades, the witch
well, yeah, I'm not
trials.
condoning that at all. But I'm saying, America is a conquested land. It's not like we stole that land; we conquested it. I
Wait,
think
what
there's
is
a
wait,
difference.
what is the difference between stealing land and conquering land from people who already had it?
Well, winning that land, to be
What do you
honest.
mean winning? Wait, I'm
And
sorry. If I come up to you, like to you in person, and I beat the shit out of you and I steal your shit, that's still stealing, even though I technically also conquered you in that interaction. I did both of those things. I beat you and I stole from you. But the stealing still happened. We don't have our country doesn't have like our planet doesn't have like a right of conquest. Like if you fuck someone up, then it's actually okay to take their shit.
because that's against like what our civilization has deemed is against the law and is
Well,
immoral.
everyone agrees on that. There are no civilizations, apart from maybe some incredibly, like, fringe ancient ones that believe that you can just, like, murder people and steal their shit, and that's, like, A-okay.
Or that'd be a violation of the NAP. But
Why do we keep, like, wandering into topics you don't seem to know that much about, and I'm, like, quietly educating you. Was there, like, a specific thing, like you said that America's falling
it's
apart
in
or something?
general. I'm not a historian, I
I mean,
only knew a little about the sailors because I took an 8th grade history class.
yeah, I mean, I'm
But
not a historian either. This is just like really like basic, like the genocide stuff in Columbus. I mean, I don't know. Actually, education
but
varies
Columbus,
tremendously in different states. So I genuinely don't know what like the default level of education is for like that kind of stuff.
not like Columbus discovered America, he definitely uh, spread that word wide. That's why he's more storied because his discovery, like he told everyone about it, and then everyone's like, "Oh crap, we got to go to America," because Columbus found it. And I don't condone like murder or anything, but it happened like
But you kind of just
however
said we
many
didn't steal
centuries
from
ago.
them, we conquered them, we won. I mean, that's kind of condoning murdering of them.
Okay, well, I guess I can. Uh, what would you call it? What would you call it? Like revise my statement. I don't condone like murdering anyone, but we live where we live now, and had Columbus not found America, we wouldn't live where we live now. We'd probably be in Europe.
Well,
Speaking,
some other person probably would have discovered. I mean, it's not
well, I
like
mean
he
that's a
was the only.
hypothetical.
It's not like the only one with the balls. Well, it's not really a hypothetical. I mean, it was pretty much guaranteed that eventually, like Europeans would or would like
Yeah.
discover the Americas.
Yeah, I think it's the same argument that like multinational corporations are exploiting third world countries because I don't think they are because
I know you don't. I
yeah,
intuited that
but
position of yours from your prior arguments.
yeah, like a civilization, like let's say the Native Americans, they weren't exactly
Really
like digging up.
consider what you're about to say before you say it, and wonder if you've actually like
They weren't
familiarized yourself with the history on the subject.
okay, but they weren't exactly using the resources, the land. They were hunting. And that was about it.
Wait,
And fishing.
what do you mean using the resources?
And they weren't like getting oil. We weren't getting oil at that point,
Yeah,
but
nobody
they
was
weren't
getting oil.
mining. Like for example, like some African countries haven't even invented, or tribes haven't even invented the wheel.
All right. Well,
we
wait,
take
wait, wait,
oil-
wait, wait. First of all, that's almost certainly not true. And second of all, Africa doesn't have tribes; they have states with cities these days. And third of all, we're talking about the Native Americans. So what
Yeah.
I'm interpreting, because
An
we're
analogy.
going to keep going over these individual points, and I'm going to keep correcting you. But I understand the larger narrative that
Okay.
you're like pulling out, which is that Europe brought civilization to the Americas and to Africa. Is that correct? Like they were kind of like dumb tribal people, and then we arrived, and maybe we did some bad things, but on the whole, it's okay because they weren't making use of the land, and we were, and at least now things are okay. Is that like basically the gist?
With some elaboration, to be honest, yes.
Okay, yeah.
'Cause,
So
I mean,
from this, I can ascertain that you are A, fascist, and B, not very historically educated, which is
I don't
pretty
think
much
it's
on
fascism.
par.
Fascism is state above all else. Fascism isn't like, like I think we should be.
If you were actually an ANCAP and respected the NAP, then the idea of Europeans invading
Roman
Africa
conservative.
and the Americas to steal their resources would be one of the greatest violations of your philosophical precepts possible.
No, the NAP was a joke. I'm a, like a.
Then what
Conservative.
positions do you hold?
Well, I don't like libertarianism that
Then
much.
wait, then what are you?
I'm like a normal conservative. I'm like in the upper right quadrant. Like two to the right economically, one up on the authoritarian scale.
Yeah, okay. So from so far, my conversation with you would like seem pretty fascist leaning. Yeah. Regular conservatism doesn't necessarily entail a defense of manifest destiny. Like that's not in the normal range. So yeah.
Well, to put it simply, all I'm saying is acknowledging if we hadn't like had manifest destiny as like say like if we hadn't had that mindset, we definitely would not be living in the civilization that we are now. And I like the civilization we live in now.
Yeah, and the Native Americans would probably have their own massive like city states and communities. What is?
Because if you just look at it, the Native Americans were. The Europeans were obviously more advanced. That's why we are where we are now.
Who cares? They were advanced in the sense that they had better weapons. Civically, actually, the Native American tribal governments were actually pretty complex compared to what they had in Europe at the time. Like, from a civic perspective, that back during the 1600s, like, it was just all, like, divine right to rule and totalitarian monarchs over in Europe. Like, that's pretty much the most low IQ civic structure you can possibly have. That's like a guy in the sky said the guy with the big cloak is God. So
the Native Americans weren't guilty of like religion and civics kind of intermixing.
Yeah, but
Actually,
they intermixed it in a much
yeah.
more egalitarian and complicated way than divine right to rule, which is again like an incredibly simplistic civic structure.
Well, because they didn't really have civilization like the Europeans did. So
well,
they
no
lived off the land,
civilization
and
is
they split it
exactly
all
like any other
equally.
civilization. What do you mean they didn't have it like the Europeans did?
And so they split it equally because it was about the tribe. Because the
Wait,
tribe was about the individual. In
They
all
didn't
cases.
split it equally. Go to a map of like a Native American like tribal lands. They aren't all evenly sized. Some of them were much bigger than others.
Tribes. That's how they usually lived. They like
again.
There were
just so you know, there were tens of millions of them. Yeah, right now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking 200 red people wearing like loincloths with a bunch of teepees and like some maize and corn planted outside. Your preconceptions are leading you to conclusions that are just completely ahistorical. They had tens of millions of people in the Americas. Their population density was larger than the population density of many parts of Europe at the time. They had large cities. They had civic structures that had multiple tribes meeting together to confederately decide, like, politically, like, decisions. Like, we didn't get to see a lot of that because the disease wiped them out, and that's no one's fault, I guess, technically, because they didn't know what was going on. Yeah, the Aztec capital was bigger than London at its time. Like, you're like, right now you just have like a cartoon drawing, like, with crayon in your head, and you're projecting that drawing onto, like, reality. It's just not true. You can look it up. It's super interesting. When you get to college, there are native studies classes that teach this. It's left out in high school history classes, which is actually a shame because it's really, really, it's really interesting.
Here, I'm looking up your claims about Christopher Columbus and genocide. So I'm reading right now. Let me just.
Sure, it's a bit of a turnaround, but we can go back to that.
Okay, so from what I'm reading, Christopher Columbus was no different than usual conquistador.
Who were genocidal.
Exist to expand. I don't like genocide. Obviously, I don't think anyone likes genocide.
In just 2 years under Columbus's governorship, over 125,000 of the 250 to 300,000 natives in Haiti were dead. Many died from lethal forced labor in the mines, in which a third of workers died every 6 months. Within 3 decades, the surviving Arawak population numbered only in the hundreds. Virtually every member of the gentle race had been wiped out. Quote, it's just an average thing, just like a couple 100,000 people dead due to, like, slave labor.
I'm going to turn this, because I'm not going to defend those actions. Obviously, those actions are quite indefensible. So I'm not going to try.
All right. So let's just agree he was genocidal and leave it at that, I guess.
Yeah. There's like yeah, you mind if I go? There's like I don't live alone.
You can dip anytime you want, my dude. I would strongly encourage you to stop watching whatever YouTube videos you're watching right now and actually read up on the history of everything. But yeah, go for it.
I try to read like J.K. Chesterton.
Hold on. English writer, theologian, art critic. Yeah, I mean, this guy looks kind of like Teddy Roosevelt, so maybe he's cool. I don't know who this is.
All right, well, I'm on Russell Kirk too, but I'm gonna dip.
All right, Godspeed. All right, we're back at it. Well, that's okay. Once I realized that kid was really young, I went really, really soft. I hope you guys can appreciate that. How soft I went right there. I didn't raise my voice once. I didn't insult once. I'm so proud of myself. When I'm arguing with kids, I try to like pull it back a lot, you know? But I think the most important thing we did there was we cowed his ego, which is really important to do to kids. When you have kids and they get cocky, okay, you have to push them back into line, okay? Wow, we're so considerate. We are considerate. Yeah, we are very considerate. I completely agree. Is history education in the US that bad? History education in the US is abysmal. It's like unfathomably bad. Hey, when I speak up, can you hear my computer fan? I edited my noise settings. I don't think it should be audible. Can you like hear it, or do I just sound crystal clear? Oh my god, that's so cool. It's so loud to me. It's literally just gushing hot air at me, but you guys can't hear it. That's awesome. Fuck yes. Anyway. Thank you, Creator Face. Hope you don't hold back when talking to you. No, I don't, DPico. You're older, I think. That kid was younger than you, I think. Do you think there are any circumstances where protesters should defend themselves? Oh yeah, you should against police? Not unless you want to die, no. Against other people attacking you? Yeah, exercise your civil right to self-defense, 100%, yeah. Can we keep debating tonight? Can I play video games? Yeah, don't defend yourself against the police, okay? Please. The sad thing is, maybe we'll talk to another person later. The sad thing is, the sad thing is, I think that's actually a really normal opinion for young boys in America. The idea like, oh, well, sorry, you know, the genocide of the Native Americans was bad, but like, oop, you know, like, well, we're doing better with it now than they were. Haha, whoops. I think that's like actually a really, really common opinion. Like, I think that's actually like the majority opinion. Because for them, that's the only way America could exist, and that's the country they live in. And it's true, America couldn't exist without us having conquered America. But that's not really an argument, you know? It kind of reminds me of it kind of reminds me of a Tom Strong book that I once read. Have a good one, probably 19. Tom Strong was this like pop fiction serial comic written by Alan Moore, or at least the earlier parts of it were run by Alan Moore. And there was a part where they go into like an alternate universe where the Americas invaded Europe. And I've always been a really big fan of like native futurism, like Afrofuturism, you know, but instead of it being like all spears and like tribal cloaks or whatever like that, you know, and rhinos, instead it's like the Aztec. It was with the Aztecs back in that story, but I haven't ever seen one for like the Native Americans, you know what I mean? I'd be really curious, like, what would a futuristic Native American society look like without them having ever been colonized, you know? Like, how would that develop? Because now I will say this. The idea that Native American people would forever remain rooted in like the technological level that we tend to understand them as is just as patronizing and racist as the idea that like they should be caught up to where we are now, you know? In reality, the material conditions that led to the development of technology in Europe would have also affected them, albeit at different rates for really complicated reasons. So I wonder, what would it look like? An advanced but non-westernized Native American society. So not just like modern society, except everyone is like Native American and face paint is done instead of tattoos or some dumb shit like that. But like a real, genuine, like civilizational departure. They probably wouldn't have private property. Well, they probably would have invented some kind of like Confederate like socialism or something like that, you know? Not really, might not have happened because of certain differences in geography, etc. I don't think there are any differences in geography that would have prevented Native Americans from, well, let's think. They wouldn't have had horses. That's a big issue. Horses are not native to the Americas. They would not have had horses. That's an issue. They have cows. The cows are in America. Yeah, of course they have cows. Everyone has chickens. They have bison. Wait, oh, there are no cows? Oh, God. Wait, where are cows native to? They have bison, but you can't tame bison the same way you can tame cows. Cows are from Eurasia? I actually didn't know that. That's really interesting. I always kind of assumed that that it was that they were just like a ubiquitous thing. They had no work animals, horses, goats, cows. I see we've all seen the CGP Grey video. Excellent video, by the way. Wonderful, wonderful video. I love those systemic explanations, you know? It really gets my goat. The fuck is in here? Why am I popping in here? Yo, mods, you're on stream. Don't say the N-word.
What's up?
Neoliberalism.
Oh my god, guys, it's working. We
Yeah,
stayed
I have to go now. You said
We
it.
stayed.
I asked you not to, and you said it.
Bosh, wait. Dad, wait. Love you.
Love you too. And we're gone. All right, we did it. Those motherfuckers. Those are your Discord mods. They're the ones who rule over you when you're making your Fucking stupid ass jokes. Emerald 6, that's a tough one, comrade. Here, hold on. Wow, they are so funny, right, guys? Guys, just so you guys know, I'm a streamer, okay? If I pop into some chat, like, don't expect them all to throw off like their funniest jokers, huh? I actually like the mods a lot. I think they're pretty funny. We gotta run through donos, then we're going right back to the fucking games. Love you, baby! Nigel Farage, thanks to the £2. Owen with the tier 1 sub, thank you. Junta/Cult with the tier 1 sub, likewise appreciated. Snake Oiler Man, you sure did give me $666 right at the beginning of this stream. Maybe try buying off the aliens. Love you, Vosh. Here's to a good stream. I'll give it a shot, comrade. I think that might actually be enough. Thank you so fucking much, you record-setting champion of a man, you. DeGero with the very kind 20 bucks. Let's isolate some aliens, baby. We will be after we are done with these donos. Horrors me with the $2. CS majors are actually qualified to do multivariate analysis. We do study stats, but most software engineers don't use stats for shit, so they forget it all. Wait, do computer science majors actually do multivariate analysis? Why would a CS major actually... Interesting. I'll have to look at that. Mythaldo with a gifted tier 1 sub. Thank you. Oh, they do? Interesting. Wife is calling AFK. Thank you very much, the tier 1 sub. HP Leftcraft with a tier 1 sub. Have you seen Peter Coffin's borderline class reductionist tweets? Andy Speaks does them too. Oh god, you want a conversation between me and them? I'm going nuclear pretty soon. After the most recent Chapo Trap House episode, they're literally pulling the Nazbol class reductionist, BLM is harming class unity shit. I'm going to go nuclear on these fuckers. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. How much these people are like champions of the fucking minority one day. Also, Black Lives Matter is radicalizing millions of people. They literally like... Oh, which would we rather, like, isolate? Every progressive and every person of color? Or the incredibly narrow marginal slice of the American pie of white people who are uncomfortable around black people but are still interested in socialism? It's such a stupid fucking take. You know what? I think Destiny is right. Oh, Destiny is right. He's right. It's all online. It's all fucking white boys. It's all white boys. It's all fucking white boys. It's all white boys who only give a fuck about minorities when it suits them. I can't believe it. I'm gonna be moved over. I'm taking the Omni pill. Not true. There are white girls. Yeah, that's true too. Angie Speaks is a black woman. I don't know what's going on there. A Dirty Banana. Thanks for the $5, comrade. I don't know who Superpower Broadcasting is. Ellen Rays. Billy Drillkill with the $10. Non-binary furry gang. Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month. The American Failure with the tier 1 sub. Thank you. Xander Hall with the tier 1 sub. Yeah, I see your channel blowing up. You're almost at 30,000 subs, my dude. That's fucking radical. And thank you for being my friend. I really, really appreciate that, comrade. Once I'm a little more situated, I guess, busyness-wise, I'd love to play games with you more often. You know? Jakey Fakey, thank you for the $5 of boxer money. Just want to say we're an hour and a half into stream. I am a little sweaty. It's always warm in this room, and so far my ass and balls are still being comfortably nestled in this micromodal fabric, brought to you courtesy of MeUndies. Transupreme Show Pickle. Sorry, that'll be on Chatterbait, baby. Nicard Dixon. Very true. Yeah, I have more subs than Thoughtsline by a comfortable amount as well. Sake Tanuki with the $10. I'm planning on ending my streams early and ignoring donations. Any advice? Shut the fuck up, Sake. I do my best. I respond to hundreds of donos every stream. Fuck you. I know, my life is so hard. Thomas Stremfeld with $2. Elon Musk be like, hey, I'm Elon Musk and I suck. True! That's exactly what he would say. Fake Animator with a very kind $10. I sent a chat a few streams ago, but I didn't get the chance to see if you had answered. Plus, I like giving you money. What are your thoughts on Aaron Clary, aka the Whole Consulting Guy? A-hole consulting guy? I don't know anything about that person. I've never heard that name in my life before. So I'm a blank slate. I can be moved any way, you know? Maybe they're really cool, maybe they're bad. I don't know. St. Clair with the tier 1 sub. Thank you. Likewise with Noctonic. Thank you very, very much. Sad Boy Socialist. Michael Brooks is a 50-50 for me. There's some stuff that he does that I like very much, and sometimes I feel like he's maybe a little bit less so. But generally, on the whole, my thoughts are positive. Afternoon Tea with Mr. B with the tier 3 sub. Thank you very much. Enjoy your creamy name color. And as for the streaming scene, if you want to get into streaming, just find a niche, find a form of presentation that you want to do that other people don't do it better than anyone else, do it so well people will pay you for it, and network aggressively. You do want to be able to win as many people over as possible. I don't have any hard advice. It's a really difficult business to succeed in, and I am very, very fortunate. Hopeful, thanks to the gift to tier 1 sub, really appreciate it. Session tomorrow with 100 pesos. Saw a thread on 8chan. Why are you going on 8chan? About mixing pull Nazi alt-right usual videos and mixing them with sissy interracial cuckoldry or gay acceptance subliminals and post them in their thread. Delicious devilish. Well, they would like that. Nazis are 100% into the sissy alt-right shit, dude. When I'm browsing the porn, okay? When I'm browsing the comics and shit, when I'm looking it through, you know, when I'm taking a peep, and I see those like image compilations that are just a bunch of like femboys with like wigs on, and they're staring with hypno eyes at like a giant black cock, like sissy, suck, come, your life, thirst, tasty, throat. And then it's like the words flashing. Those are for Nazis. That is the group of people that is for. It is insane how hard these people project. Oh god, those are hilarious. Oh, they really are. They're not my thing at all, but they are genuinely very, very funny. Remember that one book? You know what I'm talking about. Remember that one book? The one where like the black breeding stock of the America, and there's one sissy boy who's trying to escape or some shit like that? For his sister, like protect you remember what I'm talking about? It's really funny. It's racist as fuck, but it is very, very funny. Jotaro, I think that a Soviet equivalent to Wolfenstein would be really, really, really fucking good and really funny as long as the characters doing the massacre, the protagonist, I mean, are socialists who are disgusted by the perversion of socialism done by Stalin. That would be based as fuck. If you're a fucking like, if you're like one, oh god, that'd be so fucking cool. It's like Wolfenstein, but you're one of the original, you're either one of Manco's like army, you're either of the Black Army. Oh my god, you're of the Black, you were there at 1917. You were there for the revolution. You were one of the soldiers. You were just a fucking foot soldier, and you went over to Moscow for the post-war trials, or the war meetings, and all of your fucking leaders get shot in the back of the head by the fucking Bolsheviks, and you go undercover, and you go into hiding, and you seethe, and you wait, and Lenin dies, and Stalin takes his place, and every year passes, every day the state grips a little harder on the political climate of the country. Your hand grips the fucking seat of your chair until your knuckles are white, until eventually you have had enough. You're not waiting a moment longer. You fucking you go out there. That'd be so fucking based. That'd be so fucking sick. Okay, there you go. Sorry, I'm very excited now. My apologies. Howard Kahneman, anyone who doesn't understand the value that worker co-ops and market socialism have in the transition to radicalizing people and bringing about class consciousness are idiots and have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. John Smith, thanks to the dono. Puff, thank you very much for the tier 2 sub, really appreciate it. Mondo Tree with the $5, very true, they are the Horcruxes. Lefty Orbiter with the tier 2 sub, very much appreciate that, comrade. Very, very kind. Have you seen the latest Dark Matter 2525 video? Did he collaborate with you? Please watch if you haven't. Who the fuck is Dark Matter 2525? What is that? Oh, I saw this. The agenda. I saw. Yeah. I saw this video. Yeah. He did not collaborate with me. I saw a little bit of it. It's not my type of humor, but I mean, good message, right? Yeah, last or first, that kid I talked to seemed to understand about halfway through that he wasn't equipped for the conversation, which is my favorite response to get, you know? Pessimist with the tier 4 sub, thank you. White name re, Comcast re, real shit though, unironically, do you think crowdfunding is privatizing or socializing art? I feel like it's privatizing. I really think it depends. I think there are ways, I think it's a neutral tool. I think crowdfunding can be a positive or a negative tool, depending on the context in which it's implemented and the extent to which the people implementing it are genuinely responsive to the interests of their patrons. I generally lean positive, though, because it has led to a lot of really cool stuff. I will crowdfunding produced Shovel Knight, and for that reason, I must simp. Also, Undertale, I must simp. There's this race realist in YouTube chat begging for you to debate him. 15 minutes, bring him in Discord right now. Bring him in right now, everyone. In chat, say what your 15 minutes. 15 in chat right now. Say what your, and this is it for the day. In chat, 15 minutes. Get in Discord. In chat, say what his Discord name is so I can add them and get them through the block list. Right now, 15 minutes in chat. Tell me, go right now. Do it. Stay with the tier 1 sub. Thank you. I hope your Antifa flag looks good, comrade. I have not seen any Adam Shy films. I totally don't care. Thank you very much for the donation. I'm sure they look really good. And Posadas John also asked about Adam Shay films. And here's one about the Confederate. Huh. You're probably wrong about Confederate monuments. Sure, I'll set it to watch later. That looks interesting. Pastapunk with the $3. I don't know if I'll do a video on Poland. We'll have to see. Every time I do videos on foreign stuff like that, like they get much less attention, and I feel bad. Like I'm betraying my audience. Granddad with a very kind $20. What are your thoughts on bigger turnout in local elections across the country to help policy reform? Matt, I'm very much in favor of it. Socialists love to get involved in the national election, and then they ignore all the local stuff. They ignore all the fucking local stuff. Which is super cringe. Super cringe. And not good. It's not good. We have to focus on local elections. That's how we get shit done the long way. Wait, it's the same person as before? The person we're talking to? It's the same guy as yesterday? The one that I waited on for 20 fucking minutes and then they came on and they weren't even like the right person or something? Is that who we're talking about? Yes? Oh, then no, fuck it. No, I already did that. Wait. No, we already did it, Mike. Mike, we already did it. You trolled last time. No. Nerdgerm, happy to have you here, comrade. Counterpoints the $5. Nothing but parasocial love. Please, no pressure for me is one of them emails. I am setting up to stream soon to celebrate 1K, now 1,400. Fuck yeah, Counterpoints. I disagree with you on a lot, but I think you're a reasonable person, and I hope your content continues to chug along well. That's really awesome. I remember my first 1,000 YouTube subs. Actually, my first 1,000 YouTube subs happened almost immediately because Destiny's fan base bombed me with support immediately. Wait, it wasn't him? The person I talked to wasn't him? Then Mike, how did it take you 20 minutes to not even arrive at me? Just get in the Discord and we can talk, but that's it. Only Discord. I'm not playing around with no Skype shit, okay? What is their Discord username? He's banned? What is their Discord username? What is their Discord username? Lamau, he's banned? Yeah, so I'm asking... It's just Mike? It's not just Mike. It can't just be Mike. It's never that simple. I hate you guys. Sake with a very kind $20. So this was Vosh's master plan, prop up Joe high enough so his percentages would be high enough that all the BOBs wouldn't have to vote for him. Ha! Yeah, there. Sake, that's my job. I'm taking the bullet for everyone, okay? I'm gonna make Biden's victory so guaranteed that you can vote for whoever the fuck you want in the general and it won't make a difference, okay? Very true. That's my service to the left, okay? I fall upon the sword so you may all walk upon my back. Is their name Mike Manners 11? Is that the name of this person? Okay, then what is their Discord username? I'll wait. I don't care. I don't care if I bleed viewers. I don't give a fuck. YouTube chat is bullying Mike. That's good. Derek, I am not sponsored by MeUndies, but I'll look at it in the future. Thomas, I've seen Turok. I don't know if that's a great depiction. Oh, Aurora, is it publicly known? Oh yeah, okay, hey, if Aurora knows it, then it's been made publicly known, possibly by Destiny. I don't know how else it would have been made publicly known. Yeah, so here's a cool piece of information. Guess what? We're going to be doing a cooperative debate with Destiny against Mike Enoch and Eric Stryker on the subject of race and crime. Now, if that's not an event worth celebrating, or I guess getting hard over, then yeah, there you go. It's actually a very positive endorsement, I think, from Destiny, because the last time he did a cooperative debate against a Nazi, it didn't go especially well. But yeah, you want to know the funniest thing? I'm leaking this a little bit. Maybe this is a little leakery note or whatever. But as I understand it, if I'm understanding the context properly, it seems like Mike Enoch and Eric Stryker just asked the modern day debates guy who will be hosting the debate, if James, that's the guy, that's the name of the debate guy, they asked James, like, hey, we want to debate someone on race and crime, and then James thought, I'm not just sending anyone up against these two. Let me call in the strike team. And they contacted Destiny and I, and then apparently after Mike heard that Destiny and I were the people he called up, he got really, like, hesitant and really, like, flippant with the dates. But we're, but we're getting in there. We're getting in now. It's too late. It's too late. All right, FGC Voodoo, after 20 minutes, you've revealed to the class what your fucking Skype name is. So, here we go. Let's do it. All right, I'm calling this person. Hello. Oh, can somebody edit a picture of Ornstein and Smough so it's Destiny and I'm Ornstein, I'm like the big fat guy, and he's like the little skinny guy? Can you see it? Can we be like the greatest threat? We can be like the greatest threat. Here we go. And Destiny jumping down from Twitch. The greatest debate threat. Yeah. Does this mean Guinevere is a titty streamer? Guinevere is objectively a titty streamer, okay? This is inarguable. This is inarguable. When is this happening? I don't know, I forget. I'll double check later. Sometime soon. Wait, FGC Voodoo, I called. Hello? I called. You've been called. I'm in the, if you hit the button, you will talk to me. I don't even have to press anything anymore. Like, you just have to hit the call button. He's on Discord, not Skype, you boomer. I'm on Discord, you fucking moron! What do you mean? Mike sent you a friend request? You guys are so behind the fucking pan. I accepted the friend request and I'm currently calling. The call is in right now. Look. I said Skype? Oh, that's my bad. It's always the boomer shit. Destiny doesn't have to deal with this. I think Destiny has mods who just, like, murder anyone who doesn't know how to work Discord. Mike. Mike. It's the conflict. Days in the waiting. This kid is clearly wasting your time. Not if I do, donos. But got a marquee with the $5. Look at this dumb baby doing a slip. Baby. Baby. HD baby. What wisdom. What wisdom. Beautiful. Ajax with the $10. Hey, Voosh, I know you've got games to play and no pressure, but could we have the debate/discussion later tonight? I have 2 points of contention. Ajax, as loving and pleasant as you are, I cannot make any such guarantees at this moment. I think I might have my plate full with waiting on this fucking Discord call. Very, very possible in the future, comrade. You cult of personality haver. Oh, I think they're calling in and they're using a video to do so as well. Or Discord could just be glitching out. Luis Rosales, thanks to $2. I'm happy to hear that you're bi. Infinitely superior to being straight, or whatever. Ziggy Zag, may we soon replace every statue with one of the Emperor. We can only hope. And Big Daddy J with the $10. General Lee's statue covered in graffiti is actually a very aesthetically pleasing work of community art. I agree. I do actually unironically agree with that. I think that infinitely improves it. L-Octane, sadly, I do not know much about the Zapatistas. It's something that's always been put to the back of my research list. Bongolo Spokomus Jr. with the $10. Thank you. Yo, I just found you and I love your stuff. Yeah, I look forward to the Nick Videos debate as well. Hard to believe it's only 10 days from now. Of course, I really don't know much about the TikTok hierarchy of things, but, you know. Okay, Mike, I don't know what's going on right now. But your video is not loading. When I'm done with donations, I'm just going to, ban this person. HTTP Lovecraft with a very, very kind $20. No pronunciation corrections or fun points. Enjoy the money, I don't know. Thanks, comrade. I appreciate your incredible generosity and your refusal to henpeck me. Thank you for the $5, Death by Button Mash. I try my absolute best. And Anthony with the $5. I don't think every person should be expected to be hyper familiar with theory in order for them to be a good leftist. But I also think the idea that, like, it's stupid to expect you to educate other people is fucking stupid. Like, my emotional labor, you know, like that kind of stuff. Really fucking dumb idea. Like, okay, do you want to win or not? Stove and Bloke, thanks to the $10. I will never play Kenshi. It does not look good. And Trevor R with the incredibly kind $20. I'm seeing your name pop up in the comment section of some of Ben Shapiro's latest video you discussed. Appreciate you calling out his BS. I wonder if I'm at the point now where, like, Ben Shapiro would be made aware that I made a video shit-talking him. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
My name is Mike Manners.
Nice.
Hello?
Hello?
You're cutting out on... Am I cutting out?
It's... you sound fine on my end.
You cut out a little bit. My computer's dog crap. That's why I fucked up yesterday.
How'd you fuck up?
But the original thing I was going to say... Yeah, go ahead.
Nothing. Go on ahead.
I was just going to say, you said yesterday, which one did you say was better, Melee or Brawl? I'm not going to just talk about this whole time, but I heard that yesterday.
Melee is a better
sure
game, but I think Brawl had a better soundtrack by far.
Why is Brawl not the better game? I'm sorry. Sorry. Brawl's just... It's all good.
Out of curiosity, if I gave you $35, do you think you can put it towards, like, a better internet service package?
No, because when it comes to computers, I'm illiterate, but when it comes to fucking first generation video game consoles, I know how to fucking open.
Gotcha.
I don't.
Well,
I'm not not even a boomer, but I got a boomer computer. So.
All right. Well, I love you, but I think your internet is unserviceably bad at this juncture, and I think we should keep our relationship more of a viewer streamer type of relationship.
That's fair enough.
I love you.
I
Okay.
don't want to debate that. Yeah, you have a good one, man.
All right. Be well.
You too.
I respect that guy's commitment to wasting my time. You know, some people half-ass it. Also, that was a big dono I just got. Thank you so much. I'll take a look at that soon. Make me just remind you. Yeah, sure. About to deploy into the desert soon. Hey, don't die! I'll take a look at that in a sec. Yeah, I lost that one. Sorry. Neon Jester, type something in YouTube chat. Go. Type something. Or sorry, Jackie Patel. Fuck you, Neon Jester. Jackie. There you go. There. Have fun. Be a mod. Go crazy. Video games! Now relax. There's nothing dishonest or misrepresentative about me saying that I've read all theory, because I have, as a matter of fact, read all theory. It is true. Alright, finally. Hold on. Wait! Underwear test. How we doing? Oh my god, it's like... Ugh. So breathable. It's so... It's like I'm going commando, but without all the chafing. Randy Muscle made this smell meme. There we go. There we go. Okay, last time we pop out. But we gotta. Very, very good. What size did you order? Well, I ordered an extra, extra large because of my giant cock, but... Why is that always that one picture of Vosh? That's a good picture of me. I look like a smug little cunt in that picture. Yeah, I'm here for it. God damn it, I'm completely full up on everything. Alright, well... You want to see your massive cock? There are literally nudes of me on the internet. Zyu, there is definitely some class reductionism in that episode. What's the point of posting nudes? Oh, gotta turn the volume down a little bit. I did it like a year and a half ago, because I wanted to. What the fuck is going on? Ah! Jesus! They're gonna be mad. That noise has to attract some dudes, right? Yep. Oh my god, it's from above! fuck? Fuck! Holy shit! Should have saved? Yeah, I'll get right on that. I want it known I made it first. Is that true, Posadas John? It is true. You did do it first. And used a different picture of me. Is eating ass based? Yeah, totally. Why not? Guys! Stop fucking thirst posting. Jesus Christ. With my new TikTok audience, I'm pretty sure like fucking half of you are underage, okay? We need to chill. Before it was like 20%, now I'm pretty sure it's like 30 or 40%, okay? We have to... What difficulty? We're on hard mode. Open. Don't be a condescending dick, Vosh. Holy fucking shit, Pico. Just for that, you're getting a week ban. Condescending prick for saying don't thirst post to my chat because a lot of you might be underage. How sensitive to age discrimination can you possibly be to interpret that as being condescending? Literally like, hey guys, like, let's be appropriate in chat, you know? We don't know everyone else's age. You're like, ha, young people are people too! Like, okay. Hey, Comrade Core. I was engaging with him? Well, you'll have to take it to DMs, but don't do anything spicy in there. Maybe he's being sarcastic? You're right. I'm hip. I get it. I'm hip. I get sarcasm. And out we go again. Okay. Interesting, glowing man. Thank you for letting me know. I'll keep that in mind and treat it as a... Wait, there's no hole there. What does that... What does that do? Wait, does he just burst through the ceiling? Yeah, Comrade Core, I've seen a lot of that as well. Oh, ho, ho, hoo, ho, ho, hey! Hey, just chill. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Just get me out. Nope. I don't know if I can walk past that. Sometimes the... Okay. Sometimes the thing is really... Okay. I hear the skitter! Sick. Oh god. That's so good. No! No, you're on fire! Oh. That shit is so fucking sick, dude. That shit is so sick. They actually have animations in there for what if they catch you, but you already managed to damage them. says the way I have to go is this way, but I didn't see anything. No fucking... Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Okay. Reload, 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 reload. Cool, just everywhere. Have basically everything. Does pipe bombing the xenomorph do anything? Like, does it at least scare you off? That shit, I mean, pipe bombs have fire. Fire is a part of pipe bombs. No, really? Okay. Why are Vosh and Destiny teaming up? To defeat Nazism. Destiny is America, and I am the Soviet Union, and we're teaming up, okay? POV, it's 1942, and we're teaming up to defeat Nazism. Are you giving up on Outlast? I'm not sure. Right now I know that this game is better than Outlast, but I might go back and play Outlast. I don't know why I keep pulling that up when all the information I'm getting from it is you're fucked. Yeah, I've heard the Outlast DLC is really, really good. Forward. I'm just gonna follow the route. Wait, that's actually pretty cool because when you're looking at what this isn't just like a UI map. This is a map that's on her computer. So she would be shown how this would have all looked before the alien queen took over this part of the space station. So what we're looking at right now, these would be the tunnels before they got fucked up, you know? That's actually pretty cool, I think, in my opinion. That's not cool. Go the other way. Well. Oh, come on! Oh. Well, okay. I mean, dude. Hurry! It's not gonna happen. Well. Duh. Get back in it. Get back in it. Oh, yeah. Well, that's the goal, Comrade Yamada. Have I seen the RE8 trailer? Yeah, it looks nice. Xander Hall showed me. I wouldn't have played it without Xander Hall. Xander Hall really opened my eyes to how good Resident Evil 7 was. Now, I haven't finished the DLC, because after playing all that excellent Resident Evil 7, with all the puzzles and world and lore and exploration and all that, and then playing as, like, generic, square-jawed muscle man number 72. Okay, now to be fair, I feel like I didn't get a fair shot that one. Casey Neal, big shout out to you for being based as fuck, apparently. Thanks to Tier 1 sub, Alexander. Love you. Rodful, what are you doing on Kiwi Farms? Yeah, that's me. That was for Halloween back when I was 15. I dressed up as an emo. And in we go. You should take kickboxing. I did regular boxing for a while. Unfortunately, it's been so long, I'm probably kind of crap at it now, but... Hey, chill. You looked like a skater goth kid? Yeah, like I said, it was for Halloween. Most of the time, I didn't look anywhere near that good. I used my friend's hair straightener. I bought like a really, really tight shirt. I think I actually maybe borrowed her shirt? Or no, I couldn't have had. I couldn't have. She was much smaller than me. It wouldn't have fit. Spicy bean. Why do people keep linking this? What is it? Nice! He's gone. Get him out of here. What book was that? That was Twilight. Because that was like, I was like, haha, what do emos like? They like Twilight. I was 15. Don't judge me. Chill. Chill. I don't know if that accomplished anything, but we're alive and that's all that matters. It sounded like I hit it with fire. Did you know that in real life, flamethrowers don't go like 10 feet in front of you, they go like 200 feet? Have you guys actually watched like real flamethrowers? In video games, flamethrowers are all gas-based, and it's just like this puff of fire cloud in front of you. But in real life, they shoot like this jet of liquid fire. If any of that gets on you, you're dead. Fuck off. No way! Okay, so we have now confirmed there are 2 xenomorphs. I didn't know there were 2. I thought there was just one moving really fast, but there are now definitely 2. Is using flamethrowers a war crime now? I'm pretty sure using flamethrowers is a war crime. I mean, yeah, should it not be? I mean, like, flamethrowers were... Their point was you would fire them into forests or you would fire them into bunkers, and they were basically just like, you would just kill everyone in there. Because it was sticky. If it got on you, like you're on fire, and it burns very hot. Wood burns at around, what, like 500 degrees? Like thereabouts, basically? Flamethrowers burn significantly hotter than that. Not all of them are napalm? No, but all of them are sticky, no? If they get on you, like, you can't just, like, wave your arm around. It's usually petroleum jelly. They are not war crimes? Interesting. You're on fire! A 1,000 degrees Celsius? Yeah, I'll get through you pretty quick. They suck the air out of your lungs? Yeah, they create a firestorm in the area. When you expose an area to extreme heat, it whips up a... You remember where I am, don't you? No! You... I think after you beat it off with fire, it can't immediately be beaten off with fire again. So I had just lit that one up, and then it came right back down, and it just charged through it. Ooh, that was all ammunition. Fuck yeah. It learns that fire doesn't kill it. Good to know their stupidity and unfamiliarity with fire is the only thing that, makes this work. Like, they're not even hurt by it. They just see fire and they're like, ah, it's bright, woo, what is it? And they run off. And then they're like, oh wait, that didn't hurt at all. I'm like a super machine, or whatever. And then it happens again. They're like, oh, no, I'm just gonna kill you, actually. They don't have eyes? Well, they... Wait, they don't have eyes at all? Oh yeah, I guess they don't. Well, whatever, it feels bright. Fire does feel bright. Ugh. We found the hive, NRB. Are there any hiding spots around here? This is. Their skulls have eye sockets? Wait, that's true! No, wait, no, it's not. Those are ear holes. You lied to me. They were farther back than I thought. Those are like reptile ear holes. See? Right here? But it's too far back. See? It's like, it's not... It's like the same, They have the same thing. I guess it's hard to tell because they have, like, a lot going on. But, like, this back here is, like, their, like, ear hole, you know? Yeesh, is this the costume? Creepy. Imagine seeing this walk around a corner and look at you in real life. Like, this is what... There are eyes there? Well, that's because it was a suit to wear. These holes are just so the person wearing... Just so the actor wearing it can see where they're going. But this thing... Yeah. This is the hybrid? Oh yeah, it's rib cage is different. Okay, I don't care. Can we play? Look, it's really cool art, okay? It's a really good design. That's the Geiger original costume, not the movie one. It does have eyes, it's hidden behind the head thing. Okay. I anticipate bullshit. What game is next? The idea of playing Black Mesa actually sounds really, really nice. I anticipated this. I've never actually played Half-Life 1, but from what I've seen of it, it looks really, really fun. Hey? Just Cause? I don't want to play Just Cause. Outlast? We've played like 4 horror games in a row. I think it might be nice to play a more action-y game. Do Half-Life 2 also? Half-Life 2 has not aged well, and I don't enjoy playing it. Woo! Woo! Look at our gunplay that's objectively inferior to the gunplay that was adapted into Counter-Strike 1, like fucking Source, which was then infinitely worse than the gunplay adapted into modern shooters. Woo! Look at the gravity gun and adaptation of physics mechanics that has since been done and done better in basically every game ever because the technology was incredibly new at the time. Woo! Look at a story that progresses without any action or input whatsoever on the player because you're a silent protagonist that was kept basically for the purpose of maintaining a meme that was established in the first game rather than for any diegetic reason. Woo! Look at the environment that was lovingly rendered but is ultimately meaningless because while the game may give pretense towards open world freedom, you actually are stripped down an incredibly linear series of fights that are strung together not so much narratively as they are by like the physical boundaries that are placed around you in the world. Yeah, the open areas are extremely hallway-like. Also, the gunplay just doesn't feel good. Sorry, it just doesn't. Sorry. Losers and haters are malding right now, but it's just true. The gunplay just doesn't feel that good. Let me pull out my SMG and fire 30 rubber shots into this duder. Don't. Oh. Hey, more's the fun, right? Oh, shit. Stop looking at me. Gotta do this quick. Okay, we did it. What? What? Okay, we have something approximating a hiding spot. How about BioShock and Blood Fresh Supply? I also really want to play Blood Fresh Supply. What's your opinion on H3H3 Productions? I would love to get on their podcast. I actually feel like I could have a decent talk with Ethan Klein. Ethan Klein probably has a lot of dumb fucking opinions, but I feel like he's leagues above like your average YouTube political engaged, interlocutor. Blood Fresh Supply is like a mod. Is it a mod or is it official? It's like a revamp. Yes, I do agree that Ethan is an idiot politically, but you know what he's not? He's not a Nazi. And he's not like some weirdo skeptic pseudo-Nazi either. Yeah, I think he's more in the like Chris Ray Gun shoe on head kind of camp, where I may disagree with some of their political opinions, but I think they're motivated by a desire to make the world a better place, generally, as opposed to people like Sargon, where I know their stupid opinions come either from complete oblivious apathy or from genuine malice, you know? So we need power, so we can turn this on, so we can turn that on. Well, where do we get power from? Apparently from this way. He had Jordan Peterson on twice. I mean, hey, to be fair, if I could get Jordan Peterson on this show, I would get Jordan Peterson on this show. Though I would be pretty critical of his opinions. Oh, I'd have to do so much research. Irresponsibly platforming him would be such a bad idea. Oh, dude, the egg roasted. Oh, I didn't realize those caught on fire too. Has it done that before? Oh, oh, oh. Wow. Hey. Hey, it's not what it looks like. Is there like a button or... Oh, we have to go like a... Oh, it's a path. Okay. Yeesh. Ruvmu, thanks to the tier 1 sub. Optics is for everyone. Respectability politics is for libs. Respectability politics is the idea that you should engage in a nice, civil, kind sort of discourse to justify your rights. Optics is merely the recognition that certain behaviors, regardless of their outcomes, their morality, their anything, are going to be perceived in different ways by the broader population. And hey, let me tell you, optics are very important. You know who agreed with me? Every single leftist philosopher. Because if they didn't believe in optics, they wouldn't have bothered writing theory where they described A, what a good society looks like, B, why the society we live in is bad, and C, how to bring people over towards those positions. Optics and a recognition of optics is essential to class consciousness. So it's not for libs, it's for us. Or more accurately, optics is for the victor. That is to say, those who keep in mind optics are far more likely to see their will made manifest. Yeah, I saw that, Thea. I mean, I like Hunter a lot. And you know what? Even though that statement isn't correct, the sentiment very much is. Yeah, even fascists try to engage in good optics. Remember that legendary clip from Richard Spencer? You know what I'm talking about, right? The Jews and the Octoroons, they would have looked up at me! You know? Remember that one? The reason he was so upset in that clip is because he was, the reason he was so upset in that clip is because he was seeing how much backlash the Charlottesville Unite the Right rally was getting in mainstream media, following the death of Heather Heyer by that terrorist who drove a car into the crowd. Oh boy. These fucking Octoroons! Yeah, he was mad because he realized the optics would be bad. Jeez. And ain't that funny? Oh, Dad, thank you so much for the tier 4 sub, comrade. That's really, really kind of you. Finally able to walk after getting shot in the leg by a rubber bullet during the Boston protests. Have some money to wipe away my white name debt. I hope you don't need that money, comrade. Thank you so goddamn much. I hope your leg's doing all right. Jesus. That's why I don't go outside. But you know, now that I have MeUndies' patented micromodal fabric mesh rubbing against my genitals, I might decide to go outside. 120k YouTube subs? Oh shit, for realsies? Oh, man! 100 above at that. Look at that! 120k! We blew right past that 100k mark. Holy crap! Woo! That is a lot of people. What the fuck, how? Well, it's TikTok. Right now I'm getting like 2,000 subs a day. But that's not going to keep. It won't keep. It's not possible for that to keep. Let's see. What are we at? Yeah, see? We got the bump. And this day right here, that was the day I hit 100k. And since then we bounce, you know, 4k, 2k, 3k, 2.5k. And today is going to be around 2,000. Probably, give or take. If I could just maintain 1,000 a day, which is a fuck ton, mind you. But if I can maintain 1,000 a day for a little while longer, I'm going to grow increasingly confident that we're going to be able to have 200k by the end of the year. 200k by the end of the year. That would be nice. Well, Xander Hall, keep in mind this 14k a month includes the money that went to the BLM charity. Yeah, here's the BLM charity day. I've overtaken Lily Orchard. Oh, is that true? Verified checkmark? Wait, do I have it? Wait, do I have it? I want it. No, I want it. Does Lily Orchard have it? You have to apply for it? I did apply for it. Yep, I'm bigger than Lily Orchard.
Oh.
Lily Orchard doesn't have it either. But what about ContraPoints? ContraPoints has it. I'm gonna be like ContraPoints, guys. What does Social Blade sale be at the end of the year? Social Blade is not a reliable metric, mind you. Oh, dude, even more important than the subs, though, are the views. Holy crap. Every one of the last 5 days have gotten over 200,000 views. Holy shit. Now that's a nice meme. Yeah, Social Blade is not hyper reliable, Xander, but what do you say? What's our metric here? All right, so yeah, it says it'll be around 200,000 at the end of the year. We'll see how it goes. Is that all because of TikTok Zoomers? That's a big part of it. The thing, what makes me the happiest is that I used to have like a very unscientific internal metric. Nice, Loner Box. Yeah, true, Comrade Yamada. Nice one, Zan. Yes, I can if they're big enough, Axis Naxel. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the metric that I used to make was like, here's how I thought of it, okay? Every time I release a video, and I release videos, you know, once or twice a day, every time I would release a video, the way I thought of it was this. If I... Hold on. We're gonna chill. Nope, we're not chilling. The time for chilling has passed. What I used... Nope. What I used to think was this. Oh my god, what is that noise? Jesus Christ, they're mad. My metric for a good video used to be... And this was just like 6 months ago. My metric for a good video, like a successful video, was if it got 1,000 views in the first hour and 10,000 views over the course of the first 24 hours. Chill, chill. We might not need to fight this one. We have to fight this one. Hey! What did I say? Jesus. Oh god, get me out of here. That was a brilliant section.
Ricardo, I can destroy the nest.
Ripley, you've put yourself in enough danger today.
Yeah, I really have.
I can power up all the cores, overload them, and then initiate a reactor purge. It'll destroy everything down there.
Look, I'm not trying to persuade you out of this, Rip. I'd just like it if you didn't die.
Anyway.
This is what's gonna happen. There are emergency overflow circuits that feed excess power into the local capacitor banks on each tower. If I decouple them and discharge the system, the purge will be external. The nest is right in harm's way.
I have no clue what you just said.
Just find something to hold on to.
Okay. So what I was trying to say was, my metric for a good video was 1,000 views in an hour and 10,000 in 24 hours. But these days, man, not only do I get more views, I tend to get them faster too, which is really nice. My average video gets like between 6,000 and 10,000 views in the first hour, and I tend to get around like 40,000 to 70,000 views in a day, which is just incredible. Making the big money? Oh, I don't make any money from my ads. I make like next to no money from that shit. The sound design is kick-ass? Yeah, it's incredible. No, Dudes Beardsley, my live viewership doesn't contribute to my views at all. Oh, I'm sorry, you mean like take away from my YouTube views? No, I don't really care. I make money from my streams. Wait, hold on, I'm really sorry. Do you think your brand presence is growing and that's why more people are checking your videos? Yeah, of course, I'm getting a lot larger, like a lot faster. Is that per video or in a day with multiple uploads? That's per video, the shortest Charles. What do I do with ad money, though? I don't get very much. If you're asking me what I do with my total money, then, like, I don't know, normal stuff. Pay rent. Save. I save a lot of money. Are you good? Are you coming for me? I think they're coming for me. Oh, shit. It wasn't enough. Oh, God. New plan. We save these up for something. There's a glitch with their legs. Do you support decriminalizing sex work? I always forget which one's which, but I support whatever it is where sex work is just another goddamn job. Damn right I can make more of these. All the shit I've got saved up. There we go. Alright. Oh yeah, gotta heal. Okay, we're good. Alright. Magic, Midnight Wolf. The real thing that I care about is my viewership on a monthly basis, because that's a pretty good estimate of my general level of relevance. For example, Steven Crowder gets around 20 million views each month. David Pacman gets around 10 million. I think Sam Cedar is in the same ballpark. Kyle Kalinske gets around 20 million. Tim Pool, I think, gets around 30 million. I think he might have the largest concurrent viewership of any duder right now. Right now, I'm at around 5 million views a month at one video upload a day. Some of these people upload multiple videos a day, which means that things are going to skew more in their favor. It might actually be possible that despite my lower sub count, I'm actually getting about 1/4 to 1/2 of the political engagement of some of the largest political figures on YouTube. If I'm that close, if I'm a year and a half into my channel and I'm that close to the seat of power, then we've got a very good future ahead of us. What? What's that noise? Right at the bottom. Oh boy. Good thing I killed all those robots. I save up so much ammunition, you know? Yeah, also, you don't need a degree in a politically inclined field to have good things to say about politics. Your heart just needs to be in the right place. Opinions on Pokemon? Honestly, not that good of a series. We're not done with the hot takes today, boys. More of them coming. It's a decent kid show. Oh, the show is good. The newest Pokemon show is actually pretty good. The Hawaii one? Okay. Alola, yeah. Oh my god, this is fucking storming. Oh boy. Whew. Where? This. How is this game so beautiful? It came out 6 years ago. The audio mixing, Jesus fuck. Man. Yeah, my main issue with Pokemon is that any game series that has 20 fucking iterations and they're all basically the same game except they add like new collectible stuffed animals like every time, I'm never going to have a positive opinion on something like that. Also, Pokemon started easy and has only been getting easier, like every single time. Now apparently they split EXP amongst your entire party even if only one of your Pokemon actually did the fighting? What the fuck? Just take your fucking starter Pokemon, just the whole way through. I think, like, yeah, like, and just everyone just follows along with you, yeah. They've been splitting EXP for 3 generations now? Jesus Christ, I only ever played Yellow. Look, it's a great looking, listen, it's a great cash cow, okay, the series, but let's be real. What is it? Oh. It's a great cash cow and everything, but they have not adapted that gameplay in 30 fucking years.
Ricardo, I'm about
You know what would
to
change my mind
Hang tight.
100%? Oh yeah, they even show which attacks are effective and which are ineffective. Here, you know what? You know what would change my mind? Are you ready for it? Are you ready to hear what would change my mind? Are you guys ready? Do you want to hear? Okay. For every Pokemon game, they have a regular mode, and then they have an expert mode, okay? They have an expert mode. And here's what they would do in the expert mode, okay? Are you ready for it? Here's what they would do in the expert mode. First of all, obviously, difficulty raised across the board, like slightly, you know, like bump the numbers up a little bit more like that, okay? That one's pretty obvious, okay? Second of all, no EXP sharing. Third of all, finite encounters. Not infinite encounters, finite encounters. Almost all of the problems in Pokemon stem from the infinite fights that you can constantly grind out. If there are finite encounters, that means that A, you can't spend an infinite length of time getting your perfect IV Pokemon. B, it means that you can similarly limit other resources to account for the fact that there are now a finite possible number of fights that you can do. C, it means that there's going to be a greater degree of variance because not everyone is going to have, through randomization, access to all the same variables in every single fight. And D, it would allow for things like permadeath, or at the very least, real cost to revive your Pokemon be much more meaningful. Now, I'm not a Pokemon, like, super duper master or whatever, so there are probably, like, Pokemon experts who have much better ideas on what things could be implemented in an expert mode, but I think something like that would be really, 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 really good. Thanks, Fluffy Dragon 3. Always happy to have you here. So, Nuzlocke? I mean, yeah, sure, but maybe I think there could be more substantive changes than just Nuzlocke. Also, I guess, you know what really bothers me? Like, I guess, you know what ultimately, like, really just bugs me about all of it? It's just turn-based strategy has just been done so much better. It's been done so much better. Like, here are two ideas. If you want to see really sick turn-based strategy, you want to see? Okay, we're doing a tangent. You want to see? Okay. Okay, we'll do it. Yeah, I'll show you. That's okay. That's okay. I'm a streamer. I'll show you. That's okay. Exhibit A. Paper Mario, The Thousand Year Door, in my humble opinion, if not one of the best JRPGs ever made. What's so special about this game? Well, it's turn-based strategy, except in addition to having some really cool, cute, unique battle mechanics, there are also ways to time button presses along with the turn-based abilities that you use to augment their abilities or even up their damage. See, repeatedly, see, the faster you tap R, he does a ground pound. When I was a little kid, trying so hard to hit it fast enough or to time it properly was so incredibly fun. So incredibly fun. Exhibit B. It's not the same type of game, but Into the Breach.
Hey everybody, welcome to Ignore their side.
Into the Breach is a isometric turn-based strategy game where you have a collection of mechs that you use against a collection of alien bugs or whatever. And every single turn, you know what actions they're going to take next turn. There is no randomization. You have a perfect grasp of everything that will happen. And that sounds boring because, like, you can predict I know it's not perfectly isometric. You can predict everything they're going to do, but the odds are always against you. Very, very good game. Extremely difficult game. Very, very, very fun nonetheless. And third of all, the third one that I was going to say, what was the third one? Damn, what was the third one? No, it wasn't anything you guys were going to say. Oh, it was Darkest Dungeon. I think this is highly applicable. Highly, highly applicable. In Darkest Dungeon...
Warzone Vincent.
Shut up. In Darkest Dungeon, your squad and their squad have positioning orders that you can use to affect the turn of battle, which abilities are able to be used by which party members and what have you. Listen, all I'm saying is, like, show me a battle.
He fainted. Oh, I'm sorry.
This shit.
Here we go. L.
2 people, 1-on-1, use an attack. Now you use an attack. Now you use an attack. Now you use an attack. Well, better make sure your attack counters their elemental thing. Woo! Use the attack. Then their time for the next one. Use the attack. Okay, time for the next one for you to use the attack. Okay, nice. Wow. Competitive Pokemon is 2v2. I'm talking about the single player experience. Okay, it's for kids. Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door was for kids, and it was still gripping and fun to play as an adult. Shut the fuck up. Stop. Stop. It doesn't matter if it was for kids. And you know who's buying Pokemon? Not kids, okay? It's loser adults who don't know how to develop new interests, and they've been playing the same thing forever because it's their fucking comfort box, okay? Stop. The fucking the fan base is not fucking children, okay? It's 32-year-olds who don't know if they can enjoy games anymore if it's not tripping some sort of fucking nostalgia release valve in the back of their brain, okay? Oh, that was the other thing I was gonna say. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. Have we all played a little game called Mega Man Battle Network? Dude, this game was the fucking bomb back in the day, but you little dipshitty fucking Zoomers probably even haven't played it. Oh, get that James! Basically, the way it works is you play as Mega Man over here, and you have 9 tiles, and your enemy has 9 tiles as well. It's not turn-based, you can move around as you want, but you see, they have their little attacks that come out, and you dodge them, and you shoot at them, and then you get chips. Chips, you can each have a power level, and you can slot them into, your level determines like the amount and the strength of the chips that you have, that you can use. And they can be very situationally useful. This game, Mega Man Battle Network, was unironically a fucking slap. Have I played One Step from Eden? No, is that a game that has this kind of battle system? Because this system was fucking dope. Look. Look the way it works. Look, see? Look. Look, he loads up, and then chip select. He selects the cannon. And then another cannon. See, 3 cannons? But then it's the regular shots. Stupid or dumb? Nice meme. Okay, One Step from Eden. Getting started in one of 2020's best games. Oh, hold on.
Hey everybody, welcome to Northern Land.
Hey everybody!
You got no chance.
Fuck.
Position yourself appropriately. Oh, you're not hitting me with
It's
poison
anime.
today, good sir.
It's an
Look at
anime
that.
girl.
We want maximum flawless battles. It has been done. By the way, I have the music off. I know it's a little bit of a quality of life. Poison that guy. Okay, he's dead. Now, little Frost.
Wait! This looks fucking sick! Wait, hold on! Hold on! Hold on! It's a roguelike? No! I don't want a roguelike! There are too many roguelikes! I want a planned gaming experience developed by a designer! Everything's a roguelike now. Overwhelmingly positive. Oh, shit. It doesn't say roguelike here. Action, indie, strategy, adventure, deck building. Hey, era username. If I made a video game, it would also be a roguelike, okay? Yeah, it says it's similar to Gunfire Reborn and Isaac. It's definitely a roguelike. I don't care. I want it. Look up Metopia? No. Is there any way we can talk about sex work and trans shit? Not unless you hate sex work and trans people.
Nice.
What about Risk of Rain? Risk of Rain's also a bop.
She's nice. Okay, get ready. You got the missiles. Oh, he's dead, he's dead, he's dead. Okay, focus on the other enemy. Don't slash the lady, dude. She's a good person, I think. Yeah, get down here.
Alright, that's enough. I've told you guys about my game idea, right? The game that I would make if I had... Wait, actually, do I have enough money? Yeah, thanks to you guys, I now actually have enough money that I could probably finance the development of this game. Well... The Five Nights at Freddy's fan game? No, the space, roguelike. Back at it again. Do it! Maybe leave? Maybe leave? Oh. Oh! Oh boy. Definitely leave? What? Yeah?
There's still some on the station. Shit. I'm sorry, Ricardo.
Just get back to the Marshal Bureau.
Let me out!
Please.
Please. Oh, fuck me. They're everywhere.
Wait, Rip, something weird's happening.
You think?
I need you to get to medical, now. The reactor purge, it's resetting systems across Sevastopol. Lights, transit, maybe even communications. I think this is our big chance. Just go, now.
I'm going.
We might not have much time. I'm heading down to comms.
Okay. Dude, this game is so much more expansive than I thought it would be. Holy shit. Mega Man 11, I don't think is that good. Talos 91. Would you believe this game undersold so badly they said they don't have plans to make another? Is that true? That can't be right. That's fucked up. Critical reception was generally favorable. Generally? GameSpot rated it 6 out of 10? IGN 5.9 out of 10? What were these people smoking? It's not Call of Duty. It did get PC Gamer's Game of the Year 2014, audio achievement at the 11th British Academy Graham Awards, Best Audio at the 15th Game Developers Choice Awards, and 4 awards, the 14th National Academy of Video Game Trade Reviewers. It also appeared on several year-end lists of best games of 2014. It was ranked first in the Daily Telegraph's 25 best games of 2014. This seems like a it was not appreciated in its time kind of situation, you know? Apparently it's sold about 2.1 million copies. I don't know if that's a lot for a video game of this scope. Oh, games journalism is fucking horrible. That's the thing that really pissed me off, because I actually remember this. Back when Gamergate first kicked off, like back when... Where am I heading to next? The Cristobal Medical Facility. back when Gamergate kicked off initially, before I knew, because at the time I wasn't that politically aware, before I like knew what was really going on, I thought like, oh, thank fuck, games journalism is fucking dog shit. They just give 92 out of 100 to like every single fucking major AAA release that rolls around. They have no interest whatsoever in developing on interesting trends. They have no interest in showcasing or like highlighting interesting games, giving exposure to certain trends or trying to better the industry. They're literally just a mouthpiece for like the developers that are rich enough to buy off good reviews. And then like Gamergate happened and I was like, oh my god, cool, finally. And then I looked at what Gamergate was and I was so fucking disappointed. I was so fucking disappointed. Oh, apparently one SJW made a free game and she had sex with someone, and that person later did a list of like 100 indie games, and her game was on the list, and it was free, and it didn't do anything or mean anything, but they took this as some sort of gigantic conspiracy. I want to kill myself. I'm actually getting depressed just thinking about it. It's actually insane to me. I've played Dead Cells. I have like 100 hours in that snake oil. She didn't even sleep with the guy her ex lied. I don't even care. It doesn't matter. None of it matters.
Damn it. So why'd you send me here?
Plan B, Rick. See, before I left, the system showed a ship with hopes in Sevastopol.
I have played this war of mine.
Marlowe managed to send out his auto codes to call it in while comms were temporarily open.
We've got to get to it. Is it docking?
No, but it's in a holding position nearby. Head for the ambulance bay. The shuttles are really short range, but they'll make...
I mean, just another muffin. They do pay for good reviews. Did you hear about their kerfuffle after IGN poorly reviewed Kane and Lynch 2? Well, it was Kane and Lynch 2, right? Not Kane and Lynch 1? They, like, threatened to pull review copies. Or they did pull review copies. Or they had someone fired! Someone got fired. It was the first one because they did a bad review of a game that was bad. Was it GameSpot? I don't care. Just... Can you believe that? Can you imagine if you're a reviewer, you're like a games journalist, and then a game is garbage, and you're like, hey, this game is bad, and you get fucking fired because the company that owns your ass, has like a business relationship with the company? Producers or developers are only going to give advanced review copies to journalists that give favorable reviews. Yeah, Vandriel, for sure. I have not played Dust. It didn't look that interesting to me. Oh boy. Oh, remember this place? This was the place where it blew up and the alien was right here and I was right here and then I climbed up a ladder. Oh.
It's really did a number on this place.
Yeah, pretty weird, Sneaker Stomper. If the fascists do win, Gamergate is going to be like the fucking origin myth of their new civilization, you know? It'll be like, to them, what Columbus is to America. Yeah, Kabocha, because, like, those industries are more developed and people actually care. People who give a fuck about music actually take, like, the music industry seriously. People who give a fuck about games are parasitic leeches who are a fucking death knell to the industry. Music fans are good for the music industry. Gamers are literal fucking toxins. They don't give a single shit about the development of the industry, the health of the people who like develop any of the they don't follow any of the development processes of any of the games. Look at all of the fucking people who are so like fucking worked up over Naughty Dog right now. Not because Naughty Dog does crunch time and is horrible to the people who work for them, but because Naughty Dog made a woman buff or some stupid shit like that. Gamers are like, they don't give a single fuck about games. All they care about is like getting back home from their horrible fucking wagey-cagey job and like grinding out another 4 hours trying to get prestige in Call of Duty because their sad little lives leave absolutely no room for any form of creative fulfillment other than those that have not only been sculpted to them by professionals, but ones that are so innately similar to experiences they've already had, such as to avoid the tiniest conceivable thrill that might come along with possibly experiencing something new. They're worthless people. The broader gaming community is just full of worthless people. Oh, what's up, my dude? Why are you in, like, hazmat gear? What you're describing is a symptom of capitalism, though? Hey, let's not take too much agency and credit away from the dipshits who made Gamergate a thing, okay? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Chill. Okay, back up at the vents. What was the big deal about The Last of Us 2? Promotional images were released a while back, and it showed Ellie, and Ellie is an 18-year-old girl now, and she doesn't look that fuckable. She's been living her whole life in a zombie apocalypse, but she doesn't look that fuckable. Her boobies aren't big, she's not wearing makeup, she's disgusting. So people got really mad about that. And then there was a leak that was done from somebody, I don't know. And the leak showed some story bits people didn't like, and also there was a woman who was muscular. Which way? Which way? Fuck around and find out. Alright, well, hats off to that one. Where are we going? Yeah, the woman who everyone got really mad about is like muscular, and people kept calling her a trans woman. So I thought it was a trans woman, like, okay, like a muscular trans woman or something like that. But then it turns out it's just a muscular woman. Like, these dipshits are literally just calling her trans. Because she has muscles. I thought she was legit trans. Yeah, they just all call her that because gamers are like all reactionaries. It's actually fucking crazy. I should note, by the way, you know what's going to happen like very, very soon, like very, very shortly? You know what's going to happen? The Last of Us 2 is going to get record-breaking sales because you know what? All this fuss is legit being done almost exclusively by an insane group of like reactionaries and Nazis online who don't actually give a fuck about games and are just using this as a vehicle for their politics. It's going to get record-breaking sales. Oh boy. Oh. Must have been on top of the table. Can you please check the meme I made? Posada shot, I did check it. I looked at it. And I liked it. I agree. I agree with the meme. I concur. There's actually some real fucking criticism of the game. Apparently it's not very fun. Somehow I doubt that. Because right now the critical reviews are a 96. Based on 90 reviews. I mean, again, I know games journalism tends not to be very good, but... Now, I'm not saying it's like a perfect game or anything like that. Because I don't know, and I don't care, to be honest. I've never actually played a Naughty Dog game. But, we'll have to see. Chill. You can link a video. What? Wow. They do that real sudden-like. That clever bitch. It didn't even let me know. Alright, back at it.
I see a launch on my terminal. Marlo's already taken one of the shuttles.
It's really good.
Can you do a debate on guns? What debate? Would it be okay for you to go over this video? It's called In Defense of Pseudoscience. Just give me the general argument and I'll respond to it. Sounds like a pretty stupid video. Is there a reason you don't like talking about abortion? Because it all comes down to what you define as personhood. It's not interesting philosophically. It's the same fucking argument every time. I think life begins at conception. Okay, I'm not talking about life. I'm talking about personhood. Okay, well, it's a human. I'm not talking about whether or not it's a human. I'm talking about whether or not it's a person. That is the discussion that we are having. Okay, well, I think it's a person at conception. Alright, I don't. It's an interesting argument to have with philosophers, not with random fucking conservatives. And I'm gonna have this argument with Nick videos soon, so. Can we? Well, I didn't get much of a chance there, did I?
On my terminal. Marlo's already taken one of the shuttles.
It's really a number on this place.
Bodily autonomy isn't actually central to the question of abortion. If you genuinely believe that our policies on abortion were leading to the literal fucking holocaust of hundreds of millions of people's lives, you would probably be willing to adjust your position on bodily autonomy. Have you seen Ollie's video? Yes. Why does Destiny's chat hate you? Because they ain't me. Because I get to talk to their senpai more often than they do. Your tweet was in H3H3's podcast. Did you know that? Wait, which tweet? The one about Joshua Collins? Oh, did H3H3 cover Joshua Collins? Ooh. Inclined to feel pretty sympathetic. For all the criticism I've laid out, I do genuinely believe that Joshua Collins is probably like a passionate and dedicated person who does care about the issues that he is that he is, you know, committed himself to discussing. The issue is, I just think that like the Chapo online mindset is just brain poison for lefties. I think this hyper posting, like fuck optics, we don't care, it's our time, we're doing it now, you know, abolish the CIA, more radical means more gooder, like all that shit. I think it's a brain poison. I think it just fucking, I just think it obliterates people's. Holy shit! Hey, go back. Can I do a video on the Confederate flag? There's nothing I'd have to say in it that hasn't been said by like a million historians before already. No historians argue any of these points. Oh god. He's learned. Oh yeah, he doesn't care anymore. I don't think he's gonna bite. Oh.
Damn, my access tuner isn't powerful enough.
That is a lot of flamethrower ammo I just used. Oh, it was right here? Oh boy. Wrong way. What was that one excellent tweet recently done by 3 Arrows? That was a good tweet. What was it exactly? I wonder about the alternate timeline where Nazi Germany was pushed back to its borders in 1941 and instantly destroyed, and now like a group of like hanger-ons in modern day Germany just wear like the Nazi flag on their shirts and hats and have it on the fucking hood of their car and shit, and they talk about how it's heritage and not hate. I gotta have Dan Arrows on my stream sometime. I know he and I are cool. How did he not see you? Don't worry about it. Shit. Fuck that up. It's actually pretty tough to do that in the time now. Thoughts on the lynching and missing / dead protesters? Oh yeah, them black kids are getting fucking lynched 100%.
What about you?
100%. Oh damn, we're going out. Would you have Innuendo Studios on? I like his videos, but he doesn't like me. He's a woke scold. He wouldn't appreciate coming on. It's actually really disappointing. That's one of the reasons official shorts. Yeah, true, Sanderhall. Is he one of the good woke scolds? Well, his videos are excellent. Innuendo Studios videos are, are phenomenal.
Ricardo, can you hear me?
Huh. What about the Chapo people? They don't like me either. Nor, apparently, do I like them. Opinions on Tonight We Riot? I'll probably play it on stream sometime. Kendall Davis, that's kind of what happened at Charlottesville. That was supposed to be the Unite the Right rally, but then it was just 100% neo-Nazis, and it did end up, I think, pushing a lot of people away. Yeah, Big Joel is amicable. I can have Big Joel on. Guys, did I just move my own little shuttle, or did I move the entire, an entire section of the ship? I think I'm in a different area. Yeah, we're in a different area. Okay, so I just moved my little shuttle. Darsh, from what I've heard recently, one of the Chapo boys declined to talk with me after being asked to by a fan. And they said that it was because I had like an agenda and I was just doing it for like money or attention or something like that. So nice to hear the Sargon argument. Now, I don't know that that's true. I've only had that relayed to me through somebody else, and I'm not saying that's what they said. But that is the information that I have been provided at this time. Again, clear reminder, I have literally no proof they actually said that. If they did say it, I think it's a pretty dumb thing to say, but if they didn't, then I have no opinion on it whatsoever. Oh boy. I mean, yeah, Xander Hall, that kind of fits, doesn't it? The woke scoldy types, the people who are hyper punitive to other people about perceived faults. Guys, are you ready for a brain blast? If somebody's going to be hypersensitive and a giant cunt and like super fucking pissy over relatively minor infractions of like the social justice code, don't you think that might reflect on them generally being cunty, pissy, and hypersensitive in other respects? If you take away progressivism for most of the woke scolds, they're just abusers. It's not surprising to me that they would act terribly in other respects. I will not be joining Means TV, nor do I think would they want me. I have not, Silence. Would you do a debate with Fuentes if I had the opportunity? Yeah, sure, he's just a pussy. He refused to come debate me unless it was on the fucking kill stream, so he could have 3 of his butt buddies backing him up. I said, you just come on, you talk to me, and you have a topic. That's it. Though at this point, I might actually take back that offer, because he's off YouTube now. Why would I give him the exposure? At this point, like, my channel has more subs than his did before he got nuked off YouTube. I'm pretty large. I get a lot of attention. Like, I don't know. Is he really, like, worth my attention at this point? He's on D-fucking live. Oh, whoops. Thoughts on the Chapo subreddit? Used to be my favorite subreddit, now it's a hellhole. Wait, why are you... Debate me on guns? No, I'm not going to debate you on guns. Four 510. Screw the dude. Danky Kang Crew posted a spicy meme of you in all the Chapo subreddits. Really? Wait, like just now? Hold on. Tanky Kang is such a consistent lol cow. I'm curious. I'm glad there's like an entire genre of lefty who's just like super upset about me all the time. Oh, fantastic, Hyena. Yeah, I'd love to have some chicken nachos. Did I say this cringe? No, because this person has me blocked. What does that cringe say? This one? Let's rate this meme. Let's rate it. Well, first of all, highly anti-Semitic caricature of my person here. Very suspect. Whoa, holy shit. Did you just say you care about the people? Do you not realize that's literally something fascists say? A little weak. I say I care about people all the time. What makes me worry is when tankies say stuff like the will of the people, and they start defending unironic like pluralism, like the tyranny of the majority. You're a red fascist for supporting actual socialist regimes that existed, nice meme, kind of begging the question there, instead of drinking CIA propaganda, kind of begging the question there, and dreaming about an anarchist utopia Candyland, don't think I've ever done that we have absolutely no idea how we will bring into fruition. Don't think I make any advocacy for that. I will now insult you, true, and belittle you, also true, to exasperate you, sorry, and then spew out an insulting, bad faith rant to my followers after you've left the call. I mean, one of those things is right. What do we got here? Let's see. You can't be a socialist while voting for Joe Biden. Accusing me of being a pedophile. Just person who doesn't like debates, that's fine. Person making a joke, that's also fine. I think his main argument is that a lot of ML's ideology comes from being anti-American because they excuse anything any country will do as long as they hate America. True! He literally sucks America's dick every chance he gets. Interesting. For example, he prefers the USA to the USSR because the USA had overall higher standards of living than the USSR did. Interesting. I remember this argument. So, somebody was making the argument to me, I forget the context why, that the USSR was better because it industrialized rapidly. But first of all, plenty of countries have industrialized rapidly. That doesn't have anything to do with socialism. And a lot of the industrialization that took place under the 5-year plan, like, was just literally, like, compelled labor. Like, the authoritarian mobilization of your population. Like, you can, yeah, if you're basically, like, using slave labor, yeah, you can get shit done pretty quickly. I mean, the pyramids were pretty cool, you know? But I don't know how much of a testament that is to, like, the health of a society. The reason I said I would rather live in the USA to the USSR is because the USA had political freedoms than back during the USSR. Like, here's a quick example, okay? When the USA has, I know, USSA. When the USA has, like, a crazy anti-Soviet bent in this country, you know what we did? We had the McCarthy era and the Red Scare, and we blacklisted people, and people lost their jobs. And in the USSR, when Stalin has a big scare about foreign infiltrators, he killed 500,000 people. He killed them in their sleep and drugged them off and dumped their bodies into mass graves in the middle of the night. So that's I think that's a pretty fundamental difference between the countries, you know? Now, of course, did the USA kill people abroad? Yeah, we killed lots of people abroad, but I was talking about living there domestically. It was liberalization, war, US sanctions. See, this is what I mean. It was liberalization, war, and US sanctions that caused corruption in the USSR. This is what I mean with these people. Ah, yes, it was American liberalization that caused Stalin to be a totalitarian. I bet the Holodomor was our fault too, because if only we had opened up our trade or something. That tanky that I argued with, that channel, the video where I said, like, this time I hung up, literally said the reason why Stalin sent gays to the gulags was because of America. Like, they will literally, like, anything. They will, like, literally anything. They will blame literally anything on America. They don't care. They just don't like America. That's it. These people are on about the same, intellectually, conspiratorially, these people are about the same as neo-Nazis. That's where they're at, pretty much. The reason why every single time these people come here, they end up looking worse. Please look up how to pronounce Holodomor. Never. This Tucker Carlson segment was just released and it's blowing up on Twitter. God damn it, guys. Here, hold on. Let's see, what's the... Whoa! Let's see, what's this tweet? There are a number of very compelling reasons that you shouldn't debate right-wingers. Ben Shapiro and Caitlin Bennett are not going to be convinced to drop their extremely lucrative hate careers because you zinged them in a talking contest? Ah, what an excellent 20 IQ take. Yes. When I debate people like Sargon of Akkad, I am trying to convince them. Yes, that is how it works. There is nobody else who I might be trying to convince. There's no other factor in if you talk to Ben Shapiro, it's literally just a one-on-one between you two in a complete vacuum. There's nothing else going on there. Bosh Destiny poster cringe. Can I just play the game? Couldn't you explain that USSR authoritarianism is caused by imposing foreign nations trying to destroy that? That's literally the excuse Hitler used. Hitler used that excuse. The reason why he had to assume supreme power over Germany was because there were threats, both foreign and domestic, that were conspiring to destroy the Aryan race. You can't... I will not excuse authoritarianism and the genocide of your people because you have enemies. Every country has enemies. The fuck is this? What is Instagram?
Oh my god, guys, I'm about to play Smite with the new Cthulhu.
Is he doing my thing? I'm on TikTok now, and he's on Insta? What are you doing?
God, and it's, oh my god, I'm fucking hyped. Make sure to click on the thing around here to go to my stream and fucking, we're gonna play some Smite. Oh god, I'm so excited for this. Oh. Shut the fuck up, Wooten. Okay, now for real, swipe up, guys, to come right to the stream and watch from your phones as I play Smite.
What? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't know. Looks like my internet is taking a shit right now, so I'm going to go and pee real quick, and hopefully it's working just fine when I come back, huh? Wouldn't that be nice? Be right back.